So it's on. I hope they didn't catch the lopsided joke. But we in here having a good time as we always do, man. It's Tuesday. 'Twas the night after Christmas and all through the cast.
'Twas the night.
We've been arguing all day and we about to show our ass. Hey, man, listen, man, what's going on? It's Tuesday. This is another edition, somebody's condition, something with a TION on the back end of it. A podcast. We just was talking about people who make jokes about podcast hosts, whatever. It's Tuesday. You know what's going on. We got what we got lined up? We got Simone Biles, we got Steve Harvey and Monique. Yes, Steve Harvey and Monique. I put it up on I Just Want to Talk page, and it's gotten enough traction that I felt like we should talk about it. Taraji P. Henson is tired. Bitch, you better get on the treadmill then. Hey, man, what's going on? DP, Sir Mike is in the building. Your boy DA is here. This is I Just Want to Talk Tuesday edition. Hey, we are back in 30. Please, 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 don't miss tonight. Tell somebody that you know to share this. Please tell somebody to share this, because I think we are going to get to the basis of what could possibly help the black community. We back in 30. I Just Want to Talk.
World, I want to talk to you. Bring a change to your brain, provoke thought to you. Invite you all to my world, don't open part for your art. Here's transparent, leave it on the table. Join me on this journey each and every time you're able. Might find a few cracks in the human, but mine's stable. This is not a platform for restrictions. We talk to sinners and Christians. Speaking something of interest, then it make me no difference. If you open-minded different, don't get your resistance. Pay attention, we might teach you.
Crazy, but we made it. We here. It's Tuesday. Did we shoot Friday? We shot Friday.
We did.
We had a great conversation Friday.
I was cooking y'all Friday. Remember that?
No way.
What kind of season did you use?
Man, shoot. Obey.
Old Bay?
Obey.
Old Bay? Like Obey You Miss Deja?
What that mean?
I don't know. What is
I don't know. Ain't that a seasoning?
Obey? I ain't never heard obey. Maybe it is. I don't know.
you? Hey, man, if you in love, just say that, bro. Congratulations, man. Damn.
I'm doing that. Vows.
Knock
love,
it off.
Cherish and obey.
I see what you
She
doing.
better obey me.
Whoa. Oh, here, let me get you the camera, nigga. Go ahead, big dog.
Man, my lady don't watch this, bro. We just watch Color Purple. I'm like, hey, I need to start treating you like Mr. did so that you listen to me more.
Hey.
Wait, y'all watched the new one?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yep. DA bought us the tickets and then didn't come to the show. You want to talk about that for a second?
It wasn't my fault. It was Pint's fault. It was Pint's fault. It wasn't my fault. As a matter of fact, it was Pint's fault because I went to sleep and she didn't wake me up. It was the worst. Yep, we're not even finna talk about that. Let's run away from that. My neck already itching over here. It's hot. The lights is on. It's time to go. Hey, man, like I said, we're talking about Simone Biles, her husband, Jonathan Owens. We're talking about Steve Harvey and Monique. They had a back and forth about some things that's been going on with Monique. We got clips for all of this stuff. And then we're going to get into Taraji P. Henson and the movie industry and how the women are paid or the lack thereof. I'm sure everyone has something to say about this or they feel some type of way. So please do not sit on your hands tonight. Please do not sit on that phone and just listen to us. We want your input all night on this one. I don't think there's a right and wrong in this conversation, but we're going to have it anyway. I was just getting ready to say I was right. I was going to be right, but that would be wrong. So I'm not going to do that. We're going to have an adult conversation that I believe everyone should be a part of because this is all including all of us. The good, bad, the ugly, the misinformed, the informed, the what you know, the what you don't know. If you know something that we don't know, please go crazy. Turn those trigger fingers, which I'm pretty sure nobody's from the hood, to the Twitter fingers. Get in here, man. Talk some good stuff, man. Help us out with the information, with all the stuff that we need. We might throw some extra stuff in at the end, but are we kicking it off with Taraji?
We going straight there?
Taraji jumps right into you know what? Let's go with Simone Biles and her husband. Let's go with Simone Biles and her husband. So last week, Simone Biles and her husband, the gymnast, her husband is a football player, plays for the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers. They went on a pivot, a sports podcast that is centered around everything sports. All week I've been hearing just a lot of negativity surrounding their podcast. I saw this particular woman's clip on TikTok with her adaptation of what she believed what's happening. We'll talk about their trip or their interview on The Pivot. We'll talk about how it's perceived, but the name of this episode, the caption is Perception and Reality, the black version. So here, let me run this. This one's a little bit lengthy, so please just stick to it and come back.
Simone Biles' husband is a walking red flag.
I always say we the men the catch, man. I always say we the catch, man.
Yeah, so she really booked you.
She did, though.
Is what you said.
Because I was fighting it. I was fighting it.
This man got into a relationship with Simone Biles, and he's acting like she's the one who should be lucky.
How in the hell did you pull Simone Biles? And how did you do that, bro?
Man, it's really how she pulled me, man. That's the question. He pops up, and I'm like, let me see who this is. Gymnastics. I ain't never, I never really paid attention to gymnastics, so I didn't know who she was at the time, but like the first thing that I saw was that she just had a bunch of followers. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, she got to be good. I promise you, I'm a real life story. When she won the Olympics, I was in college, and we didn't have NBC, we didn't have Olympic channels, and
I just don't believe that he didn't know who Simone Biles was. Like, think that he has a little bit of jealousy towards his wife. Listen to this.
It was all these moms, and they're there with their kids, and we walked past, and everybody stopped, and just kids are like shaking, and it was like, oh my God, and I'm like,
You thought it's because you thought you were fine, huh?
man, nah. It's funny. They asking me, they like, here, can you take this picture? And I'm like,
He centered so much of their love story around the fact that she chased him.
because if she wouldn't have messaged me, chances are, like, I probably wouldn't have. I probably was just, mine would have went somewhere else and wouldn't have thought to, but she messaged me, and
We've all been here where we're all just like googly eyes for, a mediocre man. He was low-key dissing her multiple times in this interview. And he made her drive to see him. I have no judgment towards Simone at all. I think that this is just like very common in a lot of relationships. It's just like insane that a man that is married to Simone Biles would talk like that. Listen to the podcast, and I really loved his story. He was very vulnerable. He seems like a good guy, but I am just so bothered by the way that he's talked about Simone. I don't doubt for a second that he loves her. I do wonder, like, how much does he like her, like Simone as a person? I just wish that he would talk about that more. I'm also just tired of men being so unenthusiastic about the person that they're with.
Whew, 2.5 minutes, man. There's so much to unpack. Please do us a favor if you here, man. We appreciate y'all for being here. Of course, like DP would say, he's drinking water, so I can't let him say it. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us on this Tuesday. So if you are here, please like, share, comment all night. Then go over to the YouTube page. Subscribe to the I Just Want to Talk podcast. Like that too. Share it. Go look at the video and comment on that. And then all night, comment as long as you want, as long as Dennis is talking, or even when he's talking, or in spite of him talking, or whatever it is he says when he's talking. There was so much in that video to unpack. I don't know where I want to go with it just yet. Sir Mike, what you got in regards to Jonathan Owens saying he's the catch, not knowing who Simone Biles was, and then this young lady's take on what she believes is going on in their relationship?
First off, happy Kwanzaa. All y'all Merry Christmas me to death. So we're going to happy Kwanzaa y'all asses tonight.
We going to happy Kwanzaa you to death.
Secondly,
I'm sorry.
Oh,
The DJ thing. It wasn't time.
And we got
don't we got a button?
Don't even.
We still ain't labeled the fucking buttons. We
Don't
said
we
we
got
gonna
a
label the buttons in like August? Did we say in like August we was gonna label the buttons?
It's bad, man.
Too much like
Yeah,
right.
we struggling.
It's,
out
it's
here,
bad,
y'all.
man.
We
Y'all-
needed an assistant.
Perception versus reality. We supposed to do, but we
Hey,
some
we
black
straight,
folks
still ain't done it.
still ain't done it.
I have this problem with the video.
Okay.
The person making the video,
Yeah.
bro, you a clean 2.5.
Ooh, I like where you
You
started.
a clean 2.5, giving your opinion on what he said about how he felt being the catch.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not even like trying to be rude. Most people would see her and not think she the catch.
Right.
and you trying to tell him he not a catch, you're not in the position to ever tell him he not a catch or that it's something wrong with him thinking that he the catch. And we got to get out of the mindset that just because somebody uber famous that they a catch.
Let's go, Mike.
That doesn't ultimately make you a catch, but that's because people would tend to think that like popularity makes you a good person.
Come on.
Like she could be a piece of shit to him every single day.
Come on.
But he just at her hand and feet after the game, he rubbing her feet instead of her rubbing his. We don't know.
Come on.
But to have the assumption that this man can't be the catch, and like women are in big numbers are mad at him for saying that he feels like he the catch. Like a man can't be the catch.
There it is.
He can't be the catch, right?
There it is.
So he can't be the catch. And here's the other part about it.
There it is.
What makes him the catch is that she went fishing.
Come on.
She went fishing. She DM'd him. He's the catch. She seen what she wanted and she went and caught it. That's a lot of women's problems. Like you not catching because you not trying to go
Fish.
catch.
You're not
trying to catch.
All throughout this interview, Mike, all she kept saying, Simone kept saying was, I know what I wanted. So I went and got what I wanted. Everybody is missing that part.
She seen him. She
That
liked
part.
him.
She saw
got
what
to
she
know
wanted.
him, and that's who she wanted. Like
And
she
that's who
went
she
after
wanted.
what she wanted. It's like it's the craziest part of life. Like the craziest part for like women, they'll go after their career because they want it.
Yeah.
But then, for a husband, they won't go after it, but say they want it.
But say they want. Come on,
Shit
Mike.
don't make any sense. You don't make any sense. It's because you're scared of rejection. You don't want to get rejected. But when you take that leap of faith and you go into the door where you feel like, hey, this door might get slammed in my face, but I'm just gonna go to the next door and move on. Men deal with this rejection every day.
All the time.
Take it a little bit. Just take the rejection. There's nothing wrong with it. Go for what you want. She got what she want, and now y'all criticizing her.
Criticizing her for going to go get what she wanted.
Going to get what she wanted, and then criticizing him for thinking he the catch, and then turn around and criticize her for letting him think that he the catch.
Man.
Like women's minds are scrambled when they not the focal point of attention.
Come on.
They mind gets scrambled. Like, hey, bro, like, oh my God, I'm not the focal point of attention. And other women are trying to make Simone Biles feel that way. Now, I don't like Simone Biles putting up talking about, are y'all done yet? Don't do that.
Wait, what did she say?
She gonna put the meme of talking about y'all done yet? No,
talking
we
about
not
they
done.
podcast?
Yeah, talking about their relationship.
Okay.
We ain't done yet. You gave us the ammunition and then gonna ask us is we done yet?
Right.
Don't do that.
DP, where you at?
For me,
Did he clear his throat?
I did.
Oh my goodness.
There was a lot of truth, and I felt like there was some cap.
Go ahead. Speak your mind.
He started out, he said she reached out to him. So he said he didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
When she was at her height, it's kind of hard not to know who she was. I'm not saying he's lying,
Yeah.
but nah. Okay, cool. You don't know who she is. Y'all get out in public, and like you said, of course, he said he Googled her. He realizes, like, man, she got a lot of followers. Whatever, she must be pretty good. He comes out, he can see how big she is, and he's surprised by it.
He actually didn't Google her. He looked at her profile.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, he pulled her up because she DM'd him.
Because they going back and forth. They're like on a dating site.
Right.
And then he looks at her Instagram and sees she has a lot of followers.
Right.
Yeah.
So, to me, and he might not be lying, but it's kind of hard to believe that you don't know who the biggest gymnast in the world is.
Yeah.
Because she was everywhere. So if you're using social media, you've seen her. But maybe he didn't. Fine. When he makes the statement that he's the catch, I do agree with him. I do believe that because it's harder for a woman to have a successful husband who treats her well. He is always the catch in every relationship to me. If you with a man who's trash, that's your fault. The man is always the catch because he's harder to find.
Yeah.
Because his job is harder in a relationship, to me.
Yeah.
In a traditional marriage. Because now, you got people who, well, the woman to go to work and the man to cook and yada, yada, yada. All right, that might change things. But in a traditional marriage where the man is the financial provider and the woman is the home care
Provider.
specialist, that is, that's it's harder to find somebody who's going to take care of his family.
Yeah.
In this day and age.
Yeah.
So I do agree with him that he is the catch, especially since she went looking for him.
Well, they were both on a dating site, so let's not say
She reached out to him,
but she reached out to him. So
well, no, like she looked at his profile
and she swiped left. Like
she swiped left, and then he swiped
never,
left. When she swiped left, he swiped left.
Right.
She just messaged first.
Okay.
So
right,
yeah, let's clear that up.
To me,
works.
that's still like she the fisherman.
They both
fishermen.
fishing.
They both fishing.
both at the lake.
Y'all both on the boat and y'all both on the lake, and she cast her reel first, and she caught a fish first.
Kind of.
So
She messaged first, so I'll give you that, Mike.
that's
She
why I'm
messaged
like,
first.
she the head fisherman.
Go ahead, Dennis.
I don't think that it's so the part that's frustrating mostly is we care way too much. For this lady to make this video, what do you want him to do to prove that he likes her the amount that you feel like he should like her? Oh, you're supposed to speak passionately when you love someone. Everybody's not okay with public affection.
Yeah.
Even just taking a picture, if he looks awkward. I'm not used to being out and about with a woman holding hands and being affectionate, wiping little pieces of nothing off her face. I don't have that in me.
Yeah.
Well, him. He may not be like that.
I don't think you do either. But it's okay.
Actually, I do. I got a lot of that.
Did she say that in the video?
Well, she didn't say
not
his
but
version of it.
She
but
felt
she felt like he wasn't as enthusiastic enough talking about his wife as he should have been. That's what she felt.
I think one of the things that women need to understand, for every beautiful woman in the world that you admire to the utmost, it's a dude who's tired of her.
Yeah.
Like, she's special to you. She may not be special to somebody else. Like, she's good at what she does. And stop putting people on pedestals that's higher than yours. This is a woman who gets up and puts her pants on one leg at a time, just like you.
Cliche, but I like it.
She's very, very good at her craft. She's the best in the world at it at one point. Past that, she's a regular woman.
Yeah.
Who's financially stable, with a husband who's financially stable, and they're trying to figure out life just like you. So don't be surprised if he cheats on her, if he treats her well, if he has a baby on her, or if he takes care of his family and they live happily ever after. Nothing is surprising. They're regular people.
Yeah.
They're going to go through the same struggles, and they're going to have the same happiness that you have. It's just more money involved.
Bro,
so
I'll
go ahead, Mike.
I'm just like, it's the narrative that women are spinning on the internet that's like the bigger problem. Like, if a man got a lot of money and he find a good wife that take care of him, she the catch. But a man finding a woman with a lot of money, she the catch. So how come the man can't be the catch when he got a lot of money? It's like he's
say it again, Mike. I'm sorry.
When a woman got a lot of money, like Simone Biles, they look at her status.
Yeah.
She got a huge status. And people will be like, oh, she the catch.
Because she has the huge status.
But then you got Ice Cube, who got a huge status, and they'll tell you his wife to catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that work? You don't know. Like,
is there ever what you saying? Is there ever any situation where the man is the catch?
The man is the catch.
Yeah.
Like, women seem to think that like men can't be like they don't need us.
Yeah.
Like, no, you need us. We're the catch sometimes. That doesn't mean somebody better than the other person.
Yeah.
It's just like you got a good person. Both of you guys can be a catch.
Yeah.
What makes somebody the catch?
To
me, the person that's the hardest to get is the catch.
Yeah, like when they outside the norm, that's a catch. Like somebody that's not the norm. That's not the normal guy that you see all the time. That's not the guy.
But what if it's just
you
like
see portrayed on TV? It's different, and you know who's a catch and who ain't.
What if I'm a very successful man and I run into the woman who makes my day worth living? Is she the catch?
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that?
But it could be the
But
same.
at the
Beauty is
same
in the eye of the beholder.
I'm not talking about beauty.
Well, I'm just
talking about
this is that the catch is in the eye of the beholder. I just use beauty because I didn't never hear a saying that's similar to it.
So, like, is the catch like? Do you think like in every relationship, like the two people know who the catch is?
Well, here, before y'all get too far into this, just let me kind of jump in real quick.
Go ahead.
So we all have a mutual Facebook friend. He goes by the name of Funkadelic. His real name is like Eric something. I don't know what the something is. It's something that he always says that it really just took hold to me in this particular situation, in this reaction, the way that this woman is talking. He always says how black people take celebrities and we put them on this upper echelon, and we feel like because they are celebritied that, you know what I'm saying, we should side with them whenever they do anything. I think if I'm paraphrasing enough, that's what he's always saying. I think that's what this woman here in this reaction is doing. She's calling her Simone on first name basis. You don't know her. Chill. Understand that when this man says, I feel like I'm the catch, you know what he's speaking from? Confidence. He's speaking from my chest is out. I am an alpha. I know who I am. I know what I command. Let's go back. At first, you just put his name in there. I'm sorry, Dennis. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there he is, because I saw Funkadelic. We'll all look at this. I remember when I first saw it, and he was like, well, I didn't know who Simone Biles was. I heard that part, and I was like, oh, Cap. And then I started thinking to myself, even listening to Dennis just now, he's like, she's everywhere. Where? Outside of the Olympics, is she everywhere?
I don't see her everywhere.
Let's just, before we go anywhere, when it's time for her to pole vault, when it's time for her to be on the rings, a floor exercise, whatever, she's literally everywhere. But when it's not that particular time, and then going back to double up what he said, and I'm not defending his stance, but I'm in training camp right now. You know what I'm saying? Let's say I'm locked in. I'm not looking at this. If somebody said, well, you had enough time to open your phone and look at a girl. Well, hell, I'm going to look for some Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I might not be, in that space where I'm just scrolling on social media because I'm going to see all the negativity. I'm following a lot of the sportscast stuff. And maybe they're talking negatively about me. So when you say that, this is what I liken it to, Mike. I guarantee you, I'm getting ready to say a name that both of you know. And how many? I don't know how many people in here. Only 20% of the people that are watching this know. Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. Last year, in February and March, she was probably the biggest fucking name in women's sports.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. I guarantee you there aren't 20 people who know what she looks like. I guarantee you there aren't 20 people who can tell you what she does. So before we start calling Cap, she's not like the other girl. Who was the other girl doing this with the ring? The black girl, Angel Reese, she's everywhere.
But they didn't know her. They didn't know either one of these people before that. I knew both of them, but
they probably know who Angel Reese is because
she's social media, Instagram, Facebook, TV shows. Oh, NIL. She's making
she wasn't
her
that
image
until this.
But we're saying now.
Yeah.
Even if I said the name Angel Reese, somebody would be like, oh, yeah, no, I know who she is. And then I can show them 5 pictures of girls who look like Angel Reese, and they'd pick one of them out and say was her.
I can see where he wouldn't know because training camp is during the Olympic time.
And I'm not saying that he wasn't capping, but I'm just saying everybody, because the adaptation of their feelings for Simone Biles. Oh, you knew who she was. Hey, fam.
I thought that first. I'm like, he knew who she was.
Even if I do know who she is, I'm still me. I'm NFL me. I bust my ass to get here. I'm on the biggest platform on TV. Is it safe to say that the National Football League is the biggest sports league outside? We know how much money baseball makes.
In America, yes.
You know what I'm saying? In America, easily. So he's looking at it like, hey, man, I'm him. Of safeties, you know what I'm saying? My name might not be ringing bells, but I got 20 million up under my belt. Like, I done got me a extension.
Oh, he a dog?
He not a dog. He's a starter.
Okay, no, that works.
But he's a very young starter, and he's a part of. You know who Simone Biles is. Why? Because she's a singular entity. Mm-hmm. Now, she's on a team, essentially, but he has 10 other people to rely on for him to get outed. Because you know what I'm saying? You can say Sauce Gardner is the best corner in the world, but then he plays on a really good defense.
And I don't know who that is.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
there's a lot of athletes people don't know who they are.
And that's all. So when we start to talk about calling Cap on what he's saying, that's one thing. When she starts to talk about he needs to be a little bit more enthusiastic about talking about his wife, or he's jealous of her, or no, this is the problem. And I'm not turning this into a women's conversation. But women say, I'm sorry for saying y'all, women say, I want an alpha male. Women say, I want an intelligently emotional man. This is what you're looking for. He knows who he is. Nobody's going to tell him who he isn't. So when he starts to say, yeah, she's worth $200-300 million, I don't know what her net worth is. I'm worth 20. I know who I am. Her money don't dictate who I am in this relationship. Her status doesn't dictate who I am in this relationship. Who she is who she is. So if I don't know her, that's fine. For her to say, oh, well, he must don't really like her that much because he made her drive such and such many miles. And hey, if you want to see me, you gonna come and see me. Point blank, period. Maybe because I'm locked in how I'm locked in, I can't drive all of that far. You know what I'm saying? I'm in training camp or whatever the case may be. Season is about to start. I can't just get up, pick up, and leave and go do that. But you can. They never said, hey, you can't get on the airplane, sis. She decided to drive. So we're accusing this man of all of these things. Why can't he be the catch? Because of the fact that he's not worth as much as she is. We keep putting the tag of money on everything. And that's not what's really going on here. This is a man who reached out, or a woman who reached out to a man. They decided to come together. They found love. How come we're not celebrating the fact that they have a cute ass love story for two fucking 20-something-year-old kids and it works for them? Why is everybody saying, oh, he ain't no catch. She worth more to him, so he ain't worth what she worth?
I guess
no.
it fall into other famous relationships too, though. Like, we be like, hey, we talk about Will Smith and Jada relationship. We talk about Keke Palmer and her man relationship. Everybody's relationship gonna get talked about, and when you put it in the public eye, so like everybody got an opinion, and everybody's opinion can be valid. I mean, everybody's opinion or whatever they think. Some women just really think that women are the catch, and like they feel like it because they feel like God made women as a mate for men.
Yeah.
And that's why they the catch. But that doesn't make you just the catch. Like, it's other stuff to come to that. Like,
but it's not about being the catch though, Mike. So much of what's being said is hung up on what he believes. You just spoke to an opinion.
It's just like
that's his opinion.
Bro,
why can't he have that?
It's like we watch people all the time. We be like, hey, he lucky to have her. Cause she the catch. People know from the outside when somebody's the catch, even in regular relationships. Like you be like, hey, they lucky to have their wife.
Because she's pretty?
I was just gonna say, based on what though?
Based off how she look. Based off how she look, and if you know integral parts of their relationship, you gonna base it off of that too. Anybody knows when somebody like who the catch out of Beyonce and Jay-Z. Everybody gonna say Beyonce. Even dudes.
But why would you?
But I disagree.
And I disagree wholeheartedly.
Bro, when Jay-Z got with Beyonce, you might say that now, but when Jay-Z got with Beyonce, everybody felt like Beyonce was the catch, not him.
Well, that's because you're basing it on how she looks.
That's how everybody based the catch, because you don't know them people personally.
Well, and I mean, and that's what
how you base.
That's what I'm getting to.
Because if you ain't basing the catch off of anything else, then when you say somebody to catch, you can't say that about nobody relationship because you don't know the integral parts. So you basing it off visual, what you see. That's the only thing anybody can base this off of.
Dennis, what did you say? Your perception of what a catch is? The A side. It was something.
Yeah.
It's something. That's the same thing.
You can.
the
That's the catch.
The A side is usually the person who. Well, it depends on how you're looking at it, but like the A side is the person who is going to upgrade the B side in a relationship to me. But
you see
in a relationship, the person who has the least to lose usually runs that relationship. But A side it varies a lot. It depends on what kind of situation you want to use it in. To me, the person that's the catch is the person that's upgrading the other person. Like if we was talking about these two people, and only reason everybody wants to say she's the catch is because we know her.
Because her financial status.
How many times?
Not even financial. Forget that. We just know her.
What about her do you know? But she's a face on TV.
She's a big star.
I mean, if we see her out, you be, that's whatchamacallit. If I seen him, he's an NFL player, but I don't know him.
Yeah.
Some because he wears a helmet.
Okay.
Because I don't know a lot of them.
There are people in the NFL world who knows him, and you don't.
Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying.
To them, he's the catch then?
Probably.
From the perspective of
an
NFL
but
analysis.
More people in the world know her than know him.
So we look at her status.
So that's what you look at.
So the status is making people want to say.
And a part of your status and a part of the way you look goes with your status. A woman make you look good. Like, bro, a woman that look good make a man look good. Like, we got to, like,
True.
that's
I agree with that, Mike.
So you can't, so we look at them and be like, hey, bro, Like, would he pull her?
But like,
but see, and
that's
then,
how
hold
people
on.
felt when Jay-Z pulled Beyonce.
Now pause right there, because you have to take into account when you say, but he pulled her. Yeah, I pulled her. She didn't pull me, bro.
That means that she the catch. She
Right,
lined it up.
But you missing what
He the
I'm
fisherman.
saying, because this is the conversation that I had a couple weeks ago, speaking about dudes who are afraid to talk to beautiful women. He's not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm finna sit back. I swiped. I said we're a match. If this what you want, come get it. You know what I'm saying? He had the confidence in himself. That's if he walked in a room and she was there and he wanted her, he'd go and get her. And we're hanging too much on who the catch is here. What I'm saying to the people in America is we talk about being alphas and we talk about wanting emotional intelligence, and this is a guy who's sitting here exuding it and you can't see it. But you can't see it all because you think her status is bigger than he is. But we actually need more men in the world.
I'm
like
like
him.
I'm speaking to certain stuff, but I don't even know what the problem is. What's the?
Well, because this is my conversation. My conversation is, why aren't we celebrating them being happy? Why is the conversation about who the catch is or what the status is?
But bro, we can have that conversation about everybody. Why we can't celebrate? Why they didn't celebrate Kiki and her man when they was happy, when they was back together?
They was celebrating them.
People was like, she's dumb. That nigga ain't shit. And then,
they got back together after the whole
second.
After the Usher shit, they had got back together. They had spent their birthday together or somebody's birthday together, and everybody, oh, she dumb. Dumb for getting it. Bro, it's the opinion. We want people to not have a judge about opinion. But Hollywood drama is $1 billion industry. So because of everybody's opinion. Mm-hmm. So everybody has an opinion. So we saying, what's the opinion on him being the catch versus her being the catch? And in cases, yes, somebody is the catch in the relationship. Like, it's a catch in the relationship. You both can be a catch in different ways. But why does it
matter, though?
It matters to women.
What I'm saying.
It matters to women.
But why though?
Because they don't want to feel
you're
less
happy.
value.
You're searching for happiness.
The person that's not
we
the
want
catch,
black love.
But the person
they got it.
The person that's not the catch is always looked at lesser than in the relationship. When you look at
But it obviously don't matter to her. It don't matter to him.
But perspective, everybody has
Who said it don't
opinion.
matter to them?
What you mean? He said on the pivot, I'm the catch, and she didn't say.
And she might agree.
But what if
so then it don't matter to her. It don't matter to him.
What if she thinks she the catch and she just let him feel that way? Because that's the same thing as
Is she vocalizing
That's the same thing as like, hey, bro, I'ma slide you the car or cash app you the money so you look like the boss in front of everybody, but you know who the fucking boss is, nigga.
And so like, that's what I'm saying. We should be celebrating their love. Because she has the bigger image and she's allowing him to be the man here. That's what's missing.
But at the end of the day, they make a point where they're saying like, bro, that don't make you the catch. She let you think you the catch.
But what does it matter what the world thinks when that's what I'm saying? When
you
they're
trying to take
happy.
out the it's the same thing. So why we even having a conversation then?
I've been trying to stop this.
Like that's what Dennis saying. Like, why we even have a conversation if we saying that, hey, bro, the only thing matters is they celebrate they love. No, everybody got an opinion about this particular thing.
I get what you're saying. That's the opinion. But why aren't we celebrating the black? Hey, listen. They came on the talk show, on a podcast. They said, hey, this is who we are. Regardless what the outside pundits said, they're happy. Why is it, he shouldn't be saying this, or she shouldn't allow him to do this, or she's dumb for letting him say this, or who the hell do he think he is for thinking, why does any of that matter?
Miserable people.
You can't come on TV.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
Everybody miserable in the world, bro. They like, hey, bro, I got an opinion about this, and I'm going to share it. And guess what? Now it's got 7,000 comments and 40,000 shares, and everybody's opinion is going to be out there. When you get, as famous people, when you go out and step and put your relationship, it's unfortunate for famous people. Like, bro, they can't live their life. They cannot live a regular life like everybody else. I see why they don't come back and pull nobody from down here most of the time.
Yeah.
Because, bro, you can't live a regular life. It's not the same. Like, LeBron can't go nowhere. Like, nowhere. Like, think about the little shit that he got to buy out and rent out the whole Six Flags to go. Because if he don't, niggas going to bother him. So their lives are, like, at a whole different state.
Yeah.
But when we talking about as far as, like, him and her being in love, they love work for them. And everybody gonna have an opinion about why it worked for them. because everybody love don't work the same in their real life. So my real life's miserable. I'm going to have something to say about your love because I want to make it look miserable. Then if my love life is great and I see this on, I love that for them, blah, blah, blah. They work for them. Everybody's opinion is based on the perspective of what they may be having going on in their life.
That's what I was waiting on, the perspective. This is why it's called perception versus reality. We need to stop focusing so much on what we think and believe on everybody else's situation and everybody else's relationship and just be happy that they are them. Reese Smith chimed in. She said, okay, next topic. We get it. We love them. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. We love that they are happy. They're two young black Americans going crazy, doing their thing, bro. And that's just all that we need in the world, man. We need more black love and less opinions. Hey, so last week, or this week, the early beginning of this week, last Friday, whatever, I don't know when she went on this damn talk show, but Taraji P. Henson is constantly speaking to black actresses not being paid for the work that they do. Here it is, man. Come back.
I'm just tired of working so hard, being gracious at what I do, getting paid a fraction of the cost. I'm tired of hearing my sisters say the same thing over and over. You get tired. I hear people go, you work a lot. Well, have to. The math ain't mathing. And when you start working a lot, you know, you have a team. Big bills come with what we do. We don't do this alone. The fact that we're up, there's a whole entire team behind us. Yes. They have to get paid. So when you hear someone saying, oh, such and such made $10 million, no, that's not, that didn't make it to their account. Know that off the top, Uncle Sam is getting 50%. That's right. Okay? So do the math. Now we have $5 million. Your team is getting 30% or whatever your team is off of what you grossed. Sometimes not more. After what Uncle Sam took. Now do the math. So I'm only human, and it seems every time I do something and I break another glass ceiling, when it's time to renegotiate, I'm at the bottom again, like I never did what I just did, and I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm tired.
I get that.
It wears on you, you know? Because what does that mean? What is that telling me?
What is it telling me? Yeah. And what does it tell me? Yeah.
You know? And if I can't fight for them coming up behind me, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, don't apologize.
If I can't fight for them, then what the fuck am I doing? I'm not laughing at Taraji. Hey, Dennis, you want to defend Taraji? Go ahead, buddy. Is it fair, bro, that in the business she works in, that she's not getting the money she thinks she deserves?
I think worth is determined by sales. So I can't really speak on, I try not to speak on other people's money. Yeah. So we would have to do a breakdown where you're putting her next to certain actresses, what her movies have been grossing, what she, you know what I mean? And there's a breakdown to that. I can't really say whether or not she's being compensated correctly because so much goes into what I offer you. Is she being taken advantage of? I don't know. I can hear her. I understand where she's coming from. But I don't
let this nigga put the skates on, bro. You both.
But I don't know. I don't know what she.
He had a whole different direction he was going.
Bro, you let this nigga put the skates on.
He had a whole different direction, bro. He thought about that shit. It was like, nah.
Hey, Mike, you gotta chill sometimes. Yeah. Mike, you gotta chill sometimes. Jeez, man.
I feel like, you know, you never know what.
You can hear the wheels hitting the ground. Nigga, what is this nigga talking?
Bro, like, it's like, and you look at his face, he's like, hey.
We talked about this before the cameras came on.
It's a whole different.
We talked about this before the cameras came on.
Mike, I can hear the bearings in the fucking wheels.
I started looking up them Taraji numbers. I was like, hold on. Hey, them sales wasn't looking too good. I was like, oh, let me be smooth for a second.
Mike,
I want everybody to go get the most money they possibly can get.
Man, always.
As the lead, she's not doing as well. That doesn't. I mean, it's a lot of people saying that black actresses aren't getting paid what they should be getting paid, especially compared to their white counterparts. Man, I don't know a lot of them people that they be trying to get $20 million a movie to. But if those movies are selling, I can see why you can get 20. Are those movies really selling? I ain't never heard of them. You got people out here winning awards for movies I ain't never heard of. Any movie, white or black, if that movie really popping for real, you hear about it. And it be stuff winning all kind of awards and people getting 20 million and we ain't never heard of them. So
never heard of the movie.
That's why I support what she's saying, because when stuff comes out that's really good, you hear about it.
Yeah.
And they've been taking care of their people for the longest. Like, because they could tell us they made whatever. They could say, man, we made $350 million off this movie. They could have only made 25 and paid her $10 million anyway, because it's still a $15 million profit for me. I just want to keep your name in the buzz that you did this.
Yeah.
I remember I had a receptionist. I told her to, this is before my receptionist now. She really make money. She lived good. But the one that I had before that, I told her to say she made something that she did not make, because I'm putting your price up.
Yeah.
When you move on, hey, he paid me this. So you sell them this number because you're going to make more. So those people could be doing the same thing for Julia Roberts, who I don't watch none of your stuff. But you get $20 million a movie. What if she's not really getting the $20 million from movie A, but now you get it in movie B because you thought I got it in A?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Reese says she's speaking facts. She says people don't talk numbers, and she's not the first one to say it. Mike, what you got? Funkadelic said it's sad that they not being paid. What you got?
It's sad that they feel that way.
Yeah, I agree.
You only worth what you negotiate. In that space, you're in a negotiation space.
Yeah.
If you're negotiating a low, and they tell you, hey, this role is $200,000, and you like, well, shit, I ain't doing that for $200,000, and pay me $600.
Yeah.
And they be like, okay, and they give you $600. You negotiated $600. That was your worth. Your worth is what you negotiate.
Point blank.
You cannot, in a negotiation situation, that is your worth. And you go and you fill out an application at 12 jobs, and those jobs, one pays 20, and the highest paying job is 50. Now you go back to another job because you really liked it, and you negotiate a salary. Hey, they'll pay me 50 to go here. So now you're negotiating and you get to choose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the acting game is like boxing in a way. Like, bro, you got a prize. You got to be a prize fighter.
Yeah.
Prize fighters get paid the most.
Yeah.
B's get paid too. The B side of the fight will get paid too. But the prize fighter getting the most.
Yeah.
The guy that's making the film the most. Name me 5 Taraji P. Henson movies that has sold over $100 million.
And before you say that,
but why
you know what?
Hold on, wait. We can take that down.
And it's not. Don't take it down. Don't even take the number down. That has crossover appeal. I'll use that statement, those 2 words, because that will kind of walk me into the Steve Harvey and Monique situation. But here, let me get this real quick. Chrissy Carruthers says when Monique said it, she was being difficult and hard to work with. Among celebrity women, they are not being paid what they are worth. As women in this country, we fought to become equal. Now stand by it for everybody. Listen, let me just double down on what Mike said. You only are going to get what you negotiate. Period. I'm going to say this again because he's in here. I hate to agree because a lot of the stuff that he says, I just don't agree with it. But Funkadelic is right, and I've constantly said this. We continuously try to fit in a space that wasn't designed for us. People will say, well, we're worth this, and we should be getting it because they're getting it. Well, who owns the studio that pays them? Who owns the production company? Who owns what they are getting? They do. So when you say, well, it ain't fair, well, hell, neither is life, but you live it. You go on every day. Can't nobody put a gun to Taraji's head and say, take this role and you better do it. You're doing it because you want to stay relevant. You accept the money because you want to stay relevant. You accept what you're given because you want to be regarded. You want to be admired. You want to be adored. So you can't cry when you've accepted what they've decided to give you, and then you say, well, it's not enough.
This is like the argument.
What Smokey Mama say? Make it enough.
This the same argument that like women have in sports. Like you have to understand that like the way you don't generate the same revenue, and understand that movies are more than movies.
Yeah.
Like understand it's a movie to us, but somebody behind there invested in this movie. This is an investment vehicle. This is not a movie to them.
Yeah.
And I'm not finna risk $20 million on Taraji P. Henson like that.
Yeah.
So our budget for the film, you were in lower budget movies.
Yeah.
That's what you get paid in lower budget movies. We need to see her in bigger budget movies. And here's the thing too. If she feels underpaid, she's underpaid because black people aren't watching her movies enough.
Come on.
You're underpaid because black people are not watching your movies enough. White people go to watch them white ass movies. Like they gonna watch they white ass movies.
The movies didn't say that
American
they won all
Pie
them awards
and all of them shit.
You
And you be like, huh?
Who the hell watched
and
it?
like you be like, who watching this shit? And
Facts.
but now some of the movies fire. I ain't gonna lie, but
Imaginatively speaking,
they have good movies, but they watch them.
The Revenant was good. I like The Revenant with Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio.
you know-
I don't know why that just popped out of my mind.
Oh,
but
I thought you was talking about something else.
No,
All
The
right,
Revenant.
yeah, good movie.
Yeah,
but
it won
they
like
have
a
good
bunch of
movies. But
awards.
like Shutter Island, like these have
Fire.
They have Silence of the Lamb.
Fire.
These are like movies that you like have that they put the money into, and a A-list actor. And sorry, Taraji, you not an A-list actor.
Ooh.
You not. She not a. I love Taraji. She's beautiful. I love her. She's not an
That was a gut
A-list
punch,
actor.
man. That was a gut punch.
She's not an A-list actor because if Taraji Henson put out a movie right now and she the headliner in the movie, and it's not Tyler Perry movie,
Yeah.
it's just a headliner movie, people not really gonna like. White people not gonna say, "Hey, let's go watch Taraji P. Henson movie."
Yeah.
But if Julia Roberts put out a movie,
Well, Julia
That's
Roberts
now-
in the height of who she is.
like now, Julia Roberts put out a movie, bro, they watching that shit. Sandra Bullock put out a movie, they watching that shit. Them A-listers.
yeah.
Halle Berry put out a movie. This shit sells. Some of the movies is trash.
Don't even know what
But
they're
it
about.
sells. She getting paid. Viola Davis, she puts out great movies.
Yeah, no,
She
people
gets
wanna go see
paid.
Viola.
She might feel that she's underpaid because she should be paid more because, hey, bro, like this movie had an $80 million budget and we made $300 million. I know. My next movie, my negotiating power is higher. That's like a
Yeah.
boxer. If the B fighter beat the prize fighter, hey, now we go
Right.
back to the table and we
So-
fight. You have to take them battles, and I don't think she want to take them no more.
When you talking about negotiations, and I just saw this, it didn't have anything to do with it. I just was on TikTok scrolling. I got bit by a spider or something. It's crazy. Jason Weaver, the singing voice on
Lion King.
The Lion King, he tells this story about how Disney offered him $2 million for his apprised role to sing the songs or whatever. And he also speaks to how his mother was like, well, if y'all want to give us $2 million up front,
Hey, in the mid '90s,
you know what I'm saying? And so she then said, no, how about this? You can give us $400,000, but we will accept royalties on the back end for everything that this movie brings in down the line.
smart.
That to me is the most evident thing that I believe when it comes to sitting down at the table and negotiating what you want and what you deserve. That's where having the best agent, that's where having someone who is knowledgeable about the business, that's where having somebody who knows niches. Because when you start to speak to the niches that and the movies that Taraji plays in, well, how far are these movies going to go past production day, when the movie comes out, and then, Blu-ray discs, and when it gets sold at home? Yeah, nobody's probably going to buy this stuff. And I mean, granted, it was back in the day, but how syndicated will this movie be? And then that's when you can say, well, you know what? No, we need more than, I got you, bro. We need more than 250 because I know this is going to be hot when it drops. It's dropping in midsummer. People going to be outside, that type of thing. Or in the fall, people are going to be looking to go somewhere, go to the movies, whatever. You need somebody who knows the business to negotiate your stuff. Here's a telling thing. She says, Taraji says, after Empire ended, she fired that that entire team for not capitalizing on her status after that show ended.
So she knows.
So she knows something.
Part of it is that, and they are
That team.
underpaid away too, because Scarlett Johansson had the same problem with Marvel. They didn't want to pay her right.
Yeah.
So like it's a women thing, and I will admit in Hollywood they try to lowball them, but you gotta stand
up and speak
hey,
to what you know.
Kings, send them the King picture, send them T.I. son picture, and tell them you
gotta
standing
stand
on business.
What you was going to say, DP?
The toughest part about what y'all saying, because that sounds great in hindsight. Even with the Lion King, he was allowed to make that, they allow him to get that off. Because they could have just as easily said, no, look, we'll go find another kid to sing these songs.
And then that's just it.
But now I'm starving.
No, but hey,
so
you standing on business though,
man, and you standing and
he
you
had
hungry.
a music career already though.
Did he
already got a music?
Did he? No, he
had
just came off of doing the Michael Jackson movie.
Yeah, like he had a music
So that's
career,
not real
though.
technically a music
Already
career.
been singing as a kid.
Lion King jumped him off. That was his like real.
Yeah, no, for
now
sure.
I'm popping. You know what I mean? But even if you Taraji now and you're turning down roles because you feel like it's not, man, they'll forget about you. You know how many people that do this role for?
So stop right there. So in hindsight, because it sounds good, stop crying because
that's
you're
not how that works,
accepting
bro.
what you have to accept to stay relevant.
Bro, you think
Because-
like, if somebody if you go somewhere,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, I'm gonna use sports. Sports is always a good analogy. I'm a GM, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm gonna give you $2 million. And you're like, man, no, hell no, Latrell Sprewell. I need more money than that. I can't.
And what happened to him?
But then I go sign somebody for $2 million. The job was $2 million. You can't come in here and tell me that I got to give you more money because you Taraji. I'll go get somebody to do it for cheaper, the same acting level.
He actually, and because you used
because
him,
you feel like you worth more.
he wanted 20. They offered him 3 years at 27, $9 million a year, and he said, "No, man, I got a family to feed.
Yeah.
I could do better than that." And he priced himself out of the league.
She's pricing herself. She's gonna price herself out of
No,
jobs. If
she's
she
taking
feels
roles so that she can stay relevant. But you shouldn't have to price yourself down when you know that you have the talent that should be getting paid for.
Okay, so then
Bro, but
here's the
role-
thing.
That is
what
a
is-
problem.
But
But
hold-
if somebody else comes in and does it for the $200K, the role was worth $200K.
And that's what she's upset about because it's always somebody that'll do it cheaper.
But,
So be mad at
but
your
this is what y'all
counterpart.
have to look at, though. This is what you also have to look at, Dennis, when you use that take. Are they going to be Taraji in the role? That's what you're looking. So when you see Viola Davis in Fences, you be like, oh shit, she Viola Davis
That's
the
her
fuck
role.
out that role. When you see her in How to Get Away with Murder, who can you really see? And obviously, they could have thrown anybody in the roles, but how often after movies come out years down the line do we say, man, they put Pac in that role? That role was actually written for Will Smith. They put Dwayne Martin in that role. That role was actually written for fucking Damon Wayans. Yeah, because Damon Wayans was like, yeah, no, I'm not taking what y'all giving for that role. I'll take my chances elsewhere. That's them banking on them. Now, still in all, the industry, what the industry is, if you talk your way out of this industry, hey, it wasn't for you. Find something else. That can't just be your only thing. Here we are on the poor side of the fence. Everybody is saying 7 streams of income. Just because you're an actor, that doesn't mean that should be your only stream.
A lot of them actors broke. A
Oh no,
lot of them are broke.
I get that, but it
And
shouldn't just
so I
be
get
your
where she
only
coming
stream.
at. But my thing is like if I give you this role and I tell you, hey, Taraji, just a $200,000 role, and you be like, but man, I feel like I'm worth $5. It's like, but the role $200,000, and I hire somebody at $200,000. The role was worth $200,000. You didn't get underpaid unless the next person come in and I'd be like, well, I'm gonna give you $300 instead of the $200 that I offered her.
Yeah.
Now you got underpaid. You would have been underpaid for the role.
Yeah.
And you'll never know that.
Well, yeah,
That's
you-
that's tough. I
that's
disagree
the
with
part
y'all.
that makes you underpaid. Because if I hire somebody if I hire somebody at $14 an hour, and you be like, oh no, I ain't taking that. That's not enough for me.
Yeah.
And the next person come in and I hire them. And I'm like, you know what, man, I'm gonna give you 20 because I like you. That is when you get underpaid.
So
because
what-
you would have took 14, but I'm giving the job away for 20.
But what Mike is saying, Dennis, and I don't know if you agree or disagree, but you said you disagree. But what I think what he's saying is certain movies are budgeted for a certain amount. When you have a Will Smith blockbuster film, you write the role for Will. So you're going to go and get Will. Right. You write the role for Will and Martin. So you go and get Will and Martin. Tupac and Jay-Z aren't going to fit in this role because you want Will and Martin. So you're going to pay them. But if it's a Tyler Perry film or something that, you know, the highest grossing publisher or producer that you have is 10, 15 million, I can't pay you $6 million for this role. I can't pay you $1 million. We have to fit within the budget because this role wasn't written for you specifically. It was you submitted your, you know what I'm saying, your interview, or what is it called?
Resume.
Your casting?
You did your casting. I did my casting stuff. You came in and auditioned for the role. There it is. You auditioned for the role, and then we went with you, and then we're saying this is what it's worth. I want to save the gist of what I mean for the Steve Harvey and Monique thing. So I won't go that far. I'll get Funk's his comment. He says she's taking roles to pay her bills. She's got to eat. I think she's biting the bullet and taking it. And that's all we're saying. Even if you don't think it's what you're worth, stop taking it. You have to, and then go and find somebody. Listen, I understand there aren't many, production companies out there, black owned, or people who just want to pay. But if they want Taraji, they'll pay for Taraji. But because they know your people, damn it, there I go, don't support movies like our people, Caucasian folks, I'm not going to give you who was a low level actress that's probably getting $1 million a movie? I can't think of one.
A low level?
I just like a white actress that should be like, did Brittany Murphy? I think Brittany Murphy died.
Yeah, she died.
Damn it, that sucks. What is the other one? Mila Kunis. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she get a meal, but I could see her.
You see what I'm saying? Getting $1 million for. But you look at the movies, quote unquote, that she's played in. They are white, white only pies. You know what I'm saying? They marketed it to white people,
and they go. And if the white people are more than us, they go. Hey, it's all about revenue.
6-1 in this country. So if you take Acrimony and you just market the fuck out of Acrimony, you take 250, 500,000, and it's everywhere you go. It's just like, fuck, I can't turn the corner without seeing that this movie is coming out, because ultimately that's what it is. Hell, they was paying the voiceover dude $1 million coming this summer to a theater near you. The latest, greatest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they put money into that shit. They don't do that to black films. So you have to have a budget for that to actually be, paid on that level. Again, I'm not saying what she's saying isn't correct by any standard, but it's what you're accepting. After Baby Boy, me and Pine was talking about this earlier before I came. She was probably the most recognizable woman in America. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever Baby Boy hit its height. Definitely. Whenever Baby Boy hit its height. Well, Tyrese was a big deal, and Tyrese was he was a crossover artist at that time. Tyrese wasn't just a black artist. So a lot of people
he had Fast and Furious.
He had I don't know if he did. What was that, 95, 96?
Baby Boy?
No, that was later. 99.
High school.
Yeah, like 99. Whenever Baby Boy came out.
Baby Boy was in high school.
But he was, Tyrese was a crossover artist. So there was a lot of people was like, what? Tyrese acted in the movie? Let me go and watch. And then they was like, oh, okay. Okay, Jody, you give my car, Jody. Like, she was like popping. Like, you probably didn't know who she was, but you was like, I know that face. I know that voice. So now, you know what I'm saying? And then you going into the Empire joint. You know what I'm saying? After Empire, bro, ain't no reason why you not pulling them a meal a month.
After Hustle and Flow, she should have got better jobs.
She got the Empire joint, and she was getting $500,000 an episode after that.
So like you was probably overpaid, but the show made a lot of.
Well, no, because Empire was that. Yeah,
it was a primetime show.
Empire was that.
She was paid accordingly. So maybe she need to focus on TV instead of movies.
I mean, that could be a thing too. I mean, and then so when Miss Reese, you said she's making sure a lot of people eat.
Facebook comment.
Reese Smith, she says she's making sure a lot of people eat. Do we not forget MC Hammer? MC Hammer was making sure a lot of people ate too. And look what happened to him. So he
was making sure with his money. She's trying to up the scale.
Hey, so when you up the scale, who's more important, your family or theirs? Yeah.
And let's transition to the next joint.
Yeah, right there. So when you up the scale, you have to understand, what was it? MC Hammer had 40 people flying around on the 747 jet. Hey, nigga, go down from 30 dancers to 15. Go down from 15 to 8. You know what I'm saying? You can still do all of the pyrotechnics you want. But there it is, man, the transition. When you want to feed your family, let it be your family and not everybody else's. This one is a little bit older. Monique feels like she was blackballed out of a lot of money through Netflix and possibly some acting roles. Again, if you're here, and please talk about the stuff that we don't know, because we kind of need those small bits of conversations to fill in the deep holes. But Monique goes on a Steve Harvey talk show, and they're having a conversation about her situation and what she went through. Here it is. A lot of people say that Steve Harvey took a back seat. I don't know, man. Come check it out and come right back.
Y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus. All of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen, the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game. But let me tell you what the game is before the money game.
Like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
Ooh. So when I saw this on Instagram, all I saw was a bunch of, and I hope, well, you know, I'm just say the COON word, because I don't know if I can say that, and then they still allow me to do what we doing up here. But everybody was getting down on Steve Harvey, and all of the majority, 90%. Mike, I think I saw your comments on there too.
Yeah, I was letting Steve Harvey.
You know what I'm saying? They listened to everything he said and then took out, well, at the stake of my integrity, I'm not getting ready to. And you just stood on that and you screamed as loud as you could off the top of that mountain. But I don't think that people understood what he was saying there. I think we as a culture look too deeply within ourselves to say, well, my integrity and my character means everything. This actually rewinds back a couple of shows that we were having, and I actually fielded some calls after this show, and nobody was specifically badgering anybody, but they was just giving their take on the situation where we talked about, you know, the under the table thing or doing something against the community thing. And people was like, well, bro, you wouldn't do this and you wouldn't do that. And I'm like, well, hey, it's not what I would do. It's what you would do. It's only up to me to present it to you. And then you have your own idea of what's right and what's wrong. Mm-hmm. We often forget what integrity really means. It's doing what's right when no one is looking.
Facts.
So if I'm Steve Harvey, I don't have to get up and publicly say, hey, Monique, you didn't do anything wrong. All of you industry people, y'all wrong for doing her like this. It's my job to support you as my sister. I'm here. My support is here. What is me publicly saying she didn't do anything wrong going to do for you? Because they're still not going to move off of the stance in which they view you. If you feel like you didn't do anything wrong by saying Amy Schumer wasn't as funny as you, she didn't sell out as many crowds as you, she didn't, and you've done all of this. Janet Jackson had a very famous song, and it went like this. What have you done for me lately? Amy Schumer is on all of these white folks' movies right now. Fat, skinny, pretty, ugly. She's doing it all. You had Precious, and that was it.
That's not fair. Keep going.
You were a part of the Queens of Comedy. Let's go back to the headliner. You've never headlined a United Center, in a major arena, you know what I'm saying, where you were the focal point. You were never Chris Rock. You were never Kevin Hart. You were never Eddie Murphy. You were never going back. Richard Pryor, Bill Cosby. You were never these guys. You were always a part of something. But when you start to knock him for not putting his integrity on the line, you mean to tell me that there was nobody else who got blackballed in your time when you was up? When you was up and you didn't reach back and say, hey, well, why y'all doing that to him? Why isn't he getting his fair shake? Why isn't he getting this or this or this or this? Because you were on the rise. We as a community, we always look to the celebrity to reach back and help us. Here we go again. Me agree with Funkadelic. We keep looking at these people to do this thing to save us when I've said this time and time again. We're looking for the oppressor to save us. Them people in Tulsa, Oklahoma, that people might say, oh, that was only one situation. Catch me on a one-off and we can really talk about it. And I can tell you how many different black societal communities were living and thriving that their lands were flooded or they were forced out by violence or this and that, things of that nature. Who can tell me that those people in Tulsa, Oklahoma needed anybody else outside of them 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people who lived in that city? And they were constantly growing. See, that's what's the problem here. We as black folks, Mike, you said it last week or the week before, poor people are the most important people in any equation because they will market everything to them. And they'll let poor people decide what's good and what's bad because that's what they're chasing after. In our community, here we go, Funkadelic, we don't support each other enough. So when Monique say, hey, well, and, minus her, jokes not being funny or only talking about motherfucker this and motherfucker that, and I ain't no fat bitch no more, I'm a skinny bitch. Where are you putting out the work that deems you necessary to make $2-3 million for a Netflix show? Where is your bank where you can say, well, I've been doing this lately? If I haven't, acted in a major film, then I can't say that I'm worth anything. I can only say my worth is deemed by the person who's paying it. So I can't say, well, y'all didn't come out in support of me. So when Steve Harvey says, well, hell, shit, we said that you wasn't wrong, but this is a money game we playing. And we're not at the bank on the other end passing out the checks. They are. So you can call him a COON for him not, you know what I'm saying?
Sellout.
You can call him a sellout for not doing what you think he should have done. But it's like he said, shit, my kids and my grandkids. We keep talking about generational. We keep talking about what we should be doing and how we should be doing it, but we not doing that because we don't have each other's backs. We don't own none of the theaters, bro. We don't own no fucking Laugh Factories. We don't own any of these places that are deemed the starting point for a lot of communities, for a lot of black communities or comedians. We don't have what's deemed necessary to put each other up on this pedestal. So my problem with Monique is you can die on the heel of the problem. What's the solution? Because if you get Steve Harvey, and I'm just going to name out the ones who got the money, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Will Smith, if you get them in a room and say, hey, look, this is what we need to do. This is a solution. I'm getting ready to go at them full steam ahead. I need to know I got y'all back. Because you know these people, you have their numbers. You said you can call, Oprah called you for this, and this. You say Tyler Perry called you for this, and this. Hey, listen, I know Netflix ain't going to back me the way that I want them to back me. But let's start our own thing. We all know the problem.
Here's the opposite side of that is just supporting you because you black. That ain't it. That ain't it. You black, but you got a problem. You are a problem. Everybody says you're hard to work with. Bro, I can't work with you. So DL was like, bro, she can't be worked with. She mad because she wasn't on the headline of his one of the tours she went on with him. You not the headliner, bro.
They had something.
Just he told me I was gonna follow him. Would you just go tell your fucking jokes and shut up? Like you making it more than what it is, and then you mad that don't nobody want to support you? You making it hard to support you. That's like somebody having a business, bro, and you go to their restaurant, but hey, man, they don't never clean the tables. You gonna tell people to go in there?
No, because I'm gonna be like, the table's dirty.
I'm like, bro, they ain't never that clean. Food fire, but hey, it ain't that clean.
It's tough, Mike, because you real close to teetering the line to shut up and dribble.
No. I think you can say that, but at
That's
the same time,
that's what it
you
almost
can't just
sound like.
support
You gotta be-
everything black.
What if-
Everything black don't need support, bro. If you not good at your job, don't support that. Like, I can't just support it because it's black. We get into that. We fall into that trap where we think we supposed to support people because they black, and then they do stupid shit, and then we disappointed because we've been supporting them because they black.
Let me
has
back
to be
this
tangible things. For
let me back
support.
this thing up, and I don't just mean support it because it's black. No, I'm saying, who was it? It wasn't Amon Shumpert. What was the other dude called timeout on playing with LeBron?
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith. He speaks about how they were at the All-Star game in the bubble. And he's sitting around everybody. He's like, man, I'm not counting y'all pockets, but I know you got 100, you got 50, you got 80, you got whatever. Let's all take 250. Because we're all from the same neighborhood. Let's all take 250 and go and build something so these children that look like us have somewhere to go, have somewhere to hoop, have somewhere to get their homework done, have some help. We can do this, and who can stop us? Nobody. Because we're using our money and we're putting it in our neighborhood. That's what I'm speaking to. And obviously,
but I don't think
I'm
that
sorry,
go
Mike.
with Monique though.
But actually it does, because when you have a Tyler Perry, and I hate to use Tyler Perry because he's so mixed up in everything right now, but you have all of these black actors. Why are y'all so hell-bent on trying to work in Hollywood? Because you see Tyler Perry now has his own Hollywood in Atlanta. Y'all should have created a Hollywood, a black Hollywood, where it didn't have to be Tubi movies, but there was movies, there was money put behind the stuff. Now, again, I do understand that the production stuff, you know what I'm saying, and who plays the movies in the theaters and things of that nature, you know, but hey, Taraji is from a city. Monique is from a city. Steve Harvey is from a city. I'm speaking to black inclusion. The cities we're from, let's build theaters. We can play their movies as well, but we'll specifically put our movies in our theaters and let people support us so then we can bank it. Now, granted, that's greater scheme of things, right? But this is the solution that you need to have when you're coming to the table. Like, let's take away from Monique Mike being hard to work with. Don't come to me with the problem. We know what the problem is. We don't get our fair shake. But we can't keep sitting back accepting what they're giving us, because that's the real problem. We have to wait on them. And when I say we have to wait on them, the ones who think your comedy is funny, the ones who like the movies you're writing, the screenplays, they're going to come and watch.
But here's the part where Dennis gets where
right.
You got to eat, bro. I can't sit around not taking jobs because I feel like I'm worth
and
more.
And that's why I'm defending Steve Harvey.
Keep going even more into it. Once you finally do pull a Monique and you say, hey, I'm not working at these prices. And you have went all the way away. Luckily, she had enough money to keep herself afloat during that period because she had the Parkers and was hosting BET Awards and had stand-up. This woman had a nest egg.
She had things
She
going.
was an Oscar-winning actress before all of this stuff. But what if it's somebody who's just starting out and they can't afford to get paid the way they're supposed? So some of that is, no, you just got to take care of people. People need to be paid the way they're supposed to be paid up front. You can't
by who?
Well, that's true too.
But that's
okay. But y'all missing what I'm saying. It's obviously clear.
And I don't want it to just be a Monique thing though, because I didn't agree with Monique when she was doing all of this.
I'm not talking about Monique.
She's not a, just like he said with the WNBA, you got to sell something to make money.
Yeah.
If we're not watching you, you don't sell. But once you do sell and we want to put you at a certain spot, then now all of a sudden you're hard to work with because we don't want to pay you what you're saying, and we can't give you validity. So now we'll have people say these things about you just to get rid of you. We'll get you canceled for going against the grain because we can't have you having the young actresses thinking like you're thinking. So you just go away.
You're not going to mess our industry up. It's the music industry. When we say, oh, they teaching people how to get their masters and then they off them, it's kind of like that. Like, they just don't off them. They just cancel you. Like, you're done.
I mean, again, I know y'all miss what I'm saying. You can't cancel me if I'm if I'm telling jokes on the Chitlin circuit.
Infrastructure building takes a long time, bro.
I'm sorry.
Like, it takes a long time.
It has to start, though.
And it started with Tyler Perry. So now it starts there.
Bro, he's the poster child.
He's building his own media market. Byron Allen.
They have their own. There you go.
Media.
Use Byron Allen.
Allegedly.
I don't know what he's doing, but he has his own studio. And Byron Allen is buying up TV stations. Infrastructure takes time to build. It's the same thing when people got on Kanye about, you can make it yourself. Bro, I need infrastructure to get out a million pair of these shoes. I need infrastructure to continuously build this. So now we have a studio. 50 just bought a studio.
Yeah, he did.
So like, it's building around. It's slowly building. You got to understand the black community. Although I'm one of them people that tell people, hey, man, you got to get up and do your shit and work like Monique. Bro, they didn't give you what you wanted. Let me go make my own shit and sell my own shit and show y'all I can make the money so you give me what I want.
Yeah.
But you didn't do that.
And that's what I'm saying.
You laid down. But most people are going to lay down because, bro, like we talked about the L's, bro. She's taking huge L's. Her career fell off.
Why you saying
she's not funny no more?
Why you saying she laid down?
She laid down by the fact that she should have went out and made her own products. She can go and use her own money.
Facts.
Sometimes you got to invest in yourself.
She held out until she got what she wanted.
Who?
Monique.
Monique didn't get what she wanted.
She got the Netflix special.
But she didn't get the money she wanted.
What she get?
But she didn't get what she
there
wanted.
You go. That's speculation, bro. She got whatever she needed to get on that stage, bro.
That's what her complaint was. She got this and Amy Schumer got
She
this.
waited years before she got on that stage. So until she got what she was comfortable with, she held out.
But she didn't get what she wanted.
How do you know that
That's
she
why
on
she
the
was
stage?
complaining.
Well, she was complaining about the money Amy Schumer got.
No. This is years before she got on the stage. This wasn't I'm complaining that I got on the stage.
The Netflix special happened. I think her Netflix special happened. Then the Amy Schumer Netflix special happened.
No, Amy Schumer stuff came first.
Then she did hers. And she was like, they didn't pay me the same.
No.
I'll never go to Netflix again.
She just did one last year.
That's the one.
But that's what I'm saying. That took her 5, 6, 7, whatever years. So she held out to get what. Let's find out what she got.
I don't know what you got. But
go ahead, Mark.
You it's all that's negotiating power and knowing how to negotiate.
Yeah.
She should have went on tour and did her own tour. Yeah. Her own little mini tour.
That's
do a
all
5-city
I'm saying,
tour.
bro. The Chitlin circuit.
They do you a
go
5-city
to the people.
tour.
Go to the people who rock with you.
And let's go see you sell out these crowds.
That's all I'm saying,
Monique,
bro.
Your buzz ain't high right now. It's like music, bro. Like it's like if
and she's saying her buzz was high. I'm coming off an Oscar, bro.
Man, Precious was a long fucking time ago, bro. Precious is a minute ago.
And that's when she started getting stalled out. That's her whole point. Y'all stalling me out because y'all don't want to pay me what I'm worth now.
No, Monique, bro, Monique's problem is like a year, 2, 3 years old, bro. It's not 10
bro,
years.
This a long time. No, this not, bro. This a long time she been on this.
Oh, no, she been talking about the underpayment for a long time. The underpaying, but we talk about the specific issue with the whole...
her issue with Lee Daniels and Oprah and Tyler Perry.
Old.
No. This shit is all new.
I'm talking about that's old, but
that's all old stuff, bro.
That's all old stuff with Lee Daniels and Oprah. And
what was it? What was she trying to get paid for? Why did she have an issue with Lee Daniels and Oprah?
Like Lee Daniels was something with her husband, wasn't it? Something with her husband.
He was a producer or something like that. He's a producer.
Husband. And they did try to blackball her though.
Right.
That's the part that she right about. They tried to blackball her.
Yeah.
But you can't go demand like Amy Schumer selling out Madison Square Garden, lady. Can you go sell out Joliet West Arena right now? Like, can you sell out Joliet Township Gym? If you can't sell out Joliet Township Gym today, then Madison Square Garden is huge. That's a huge venue to be at. Can she sell out Madison Square Garden? That's what the tours.
That was
about.
2019, my boy.
Yeah, that's
the Netflix issue. That's not.
That's recent.
But I'm talking
the Lee Daniels stuff. Then the money part, she been right about for a long time. Like she probably did get underpaid after Precious and
they offered her $500,000 for her Netflix special.
And that's when she was upset.
Yeah, because Amy Schumer got
crazy millions of dollars for this shit. And she said something about Dave getting his money because she felt like she funnier than them. Bro, you not funnier than
They didn't disclose how much she got. But she filed
a grievance against them?
She filed a suit for racial discrimination and gender discrimination. They didn't say how much she got.
She
for
said
the
something
special.
about Dave getting his money too.
But do you think are we both in agreement that she got way more than the $500,000 to do that show?
She got whatever she needed to get on the stage.
She got paid $500,000.
No. It says that that's what she wanted at first.
Oh no, that's what they offered her.
Yeah, and she declined it, and that's when she got upset. She was upset about the $500,000 offer. And like y'all like to say now, she stood on business and got what she was comfortable with.
Well, shit, after Amy Schumer got $11 million, I don't think it came nowhere close.
Why you counting her pockets, bro?
I'm not counting her pockets. That Monique was counting her pockets.
And she said, give me something close to this, and whatever she got is what she got.
She might have, bro, she still might have got $500,000 and took it because she need the money. Look at Taraji. She taking lower level jobs because she need the money. We don't know how much she got, but whatever she got, it was enough to make her get on the stage. So if
That's
she,
a good rebuttal, Mike.
Huh?
It's a good rebuttal.
Like whatever she got, if it was 500, and she was like, shit, I ain't gonna get shit but the 500. I guess I'm gonna fucking take the 500 because it's not racial discrimination when they use numbers against you. Like the statistics gonna show, like the white people watch.
But I can make my numbers say anything.
But that's the point. She can't. She can't make her numbers say anything. Like she can't go sell out arenas. Somebody not backing
by
you
herself.
By herself. You can't do that on your own.
And I just think going back to what Mike said, it's not enough black people who thinks she's that level of funny. White people be eating that shit up.
But like the black,
it's like some little young white dude out right now. He got a little comedy special on Netflix, and the little Hispanic. I'm like, this shit ain't funny, but it's funny to somebody though.
Somebody's watching them. They get Netflix specials at the same thing, but at the same rate. Like, bro, white people gonna go to Jerry Seinfeld's fucking concert or whatever his show. They going.
Yeah.
They going to their show. Black people might not go see Monique no more. Her buzz ain't the same. Your buzz matter in that field too. So like she was complaining about Dave getting money. Dave bigger than you. How you complaining about Dave? She thinks that she should get more money just because she knows she's a good comedian or at one point was. So she feels like I should get the same thing they get. No, the numbers don't say that.
Jarrell Coquist said Lee Daniels didn't pay her that much for Precious, and he still wanted her to promote the movie heavily. So that was an issue. That sucks.
Well, I mean,
but I mean, and then too on the back end of that, nobody knew what Precious was going to be,
and it's a low budget film.
You didn't know that movie was going.
Wasn't Precious an indie film?
I don't know. You get what you negotiate.
Indie film, like
you
that
get
movie,
what you negotiate.
Bro, that movie don't even have, like, and she should. That's negotiation, bro. We finna negotiate if this movie does well. Like,
I wonder what the budget was.
People be looking at movies and be like, bro, look, man, we only putting $5 million into this shit.
Yeah.
And then be like, well, I should get $5 million. No, that's not how this is gonna work. This movie, and that was one of her first real roles in a serious movie. Like,
Monique?
That was like, bro, we don't even know how this is gonna take.
Yeah.
And you think you should get more money? Like,
because nobody's seen you in this.
But after I hit this out the park, I need y'all to pay me accordingly for my next joint.
But what's your next joint?
Now y'all stalling me out because now I'm hard to work with when I don't want to promote a movie because I got paid crumbs.
You got paid crumbs because the movie took crumbs to make almost. Like a movie made, like I guarantee you Precious didn't have a high budget. Guarantee you.
Sure.
Guarantee
I don't know.
you.
I think Precious was probably like a motion picture.
I thought Precious was an indie film, and it was at like the movie festival first, and then it came, and everybody's like, "Oh, this shit pretty good." Monique Schnapp, and like. Then now they like, let's put it in the theaters, and it's in the theaters.
How much did it cost?
I don't know. I was thinking about her running through that house in that BET movie.
And Monique knocked that role out the park
until she started running around.
She deserved everything that she got about that movie. She deserved, but when you go into the negotiating table, and you have to think that if this movie does well, like. I think what Scarlett Johansson was fighting over the fact that if Black Widow did a certain amount of streams, she would get a certain amount of money. Mm-hmm. That's in her contract. But put it in your contract.
But you gotta, and that sounds good, but you get what you negotiate.
You want somebody
but you have to negotiate with me too,
bro. Okay, bro.
The budget for Precious was $10 million.
So how much money should she got?
I mean,
and it earned $63 million in the box office.
It's a $53 million plus $53 million. There, like you have to negotiate the box office number that you want.
So do you know if Lee Daniels and Monique ever did another movie?
I would imagine that they didn't.
To me, all right, fine. Maybe I had to pay you $250,000 for this movie because I don't know what this is gonna be. We have success like that where I make $50 million off this movie. Let's run it back like Ice Cube did with Friday. And he paid everybody $1 million for Friday too, because I paid y'all $5,000 for the first one.
Yeah.
Let's run it back and do something else. It could be the part 2, or it can be a different movie. But let me compensate you for the money you made me. That's good business. The way Ice Cube did that, even though it's a huge movie, he could have just walked away. But he ran it back. Let's do good business now. But I got enough money to give y'all all $1 million.
They didn't have a script for Another Precious. This is a series of movies.
It could have been a different movie, though. It could have been a different movie. You take care of who takes care of you.
But if I'm bro, this is boxing, right? We watch boxing a lot.
Yeah.
The B fighter ain't getting the most bread in the fight, right?
Right.
But should he not promo the fight?
No, he should.
She didn't want to. I'm not working with you no more. Because you gotta follow the rules to get to where you gotta get to. But you can't go around and say fuck y'all movie because I didn't get what I wanted.
You don't need me now. What? After you done already ate off me and you don't need me, it's easy to say, "Oh,
we needed you to promo."
Yes, you did,
and you didn't do it.
But
are you gonna fight another fighter that don't promote the fight that you was fighting?
No, I feel what you're saying.
I'm not fit to hire you to do shit else for me. Like you just fucked the whole money.
That's not what I'm.
So going back to your analogy about Ice Cube, Dennis, I feel what you're saying, but is it safe to say that Friday was a movie that's easier? Because I think this is what Mike started saying. Is it safe to say that Friday was a movie that was easier to have a part 2 because of the way that it was?
I wouldn't
written?
even say they got.
I'm sorry. Outside of Precious, and I you know,
no, I know.
You know, outside of Precious, because Precious, the way that there is no. And my next script, it might be a toss-up just like this. We know that Friday became a cult classic, so I could just throw a couple other comedians in here, and then people are going to go and see it because they're going to go based off of this last movie. If I say, oh, well, I got this other movie coming out, and they're like, well, shit, is it about Precious? Or, you know, did she lose some weight? Or, you know what I'm saying, what are we doing here? Like, if you're not doing that, then that second movie isn't as sellable.
What
as
if you
a Friday part
the second
2
movie?
And that's what. And
but he was popping after that.
But
though.
I mean, oh, no. But you popping after that, and I create this other movie. I got this other script. I put you in it. I give you $2 million,
and they bomb.
The script is $20 million, and we only make $5 million. Like I lost there.
I'm cool with that because you got me the 50. It's nothing for me to. It's not. Everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Can I put a pause in what you're saying?
Sure.
You're saying you're cool with it because I got the 50, but guess what? That's career suicide for me because I just took a year out of my life to make this movie and edit it. And I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
This movie bombs. Now people aren't looking to me to direct more movies. People aren't saying, "Hey, can you direct this script for me?"
You lost me money, and now I can't even.
I'm not saying so. Throw some trash together just because I want to pay you.
But you don't know if a movie goes. Will Smith is Mr. Blockbuster. He put that one movie out.
You know it's gonna do well. You put a Will Smith in a movie,
Clevin Klein,
it's doing well.
Wild Wild West, bomb. That was a big production movie. He did the one movie.
That didn't bomb.
Yes, it
Wild
did.
Wild West did good.
What?
Or no? What? No. I'm sorry. Slow down. Fuck. What's the one with his son? No, what's the one with his son?
Oh, the Planet Earth something. The Planet.
Big budget movie.
Terrible.
Bomb.
That was terrible.
But we've already gave you $20 million, Mr. Smith, and the movie didn't even make what we paid you.
But Will got cachet, bro. I got 25 years of dropping nothing but blockbusters. I done made y'all a lot of money. I can lose on you here.
Man, you take care of who took care of you, especially when y'all in a black space.
So what happens when we give you the next movie and you don't take care of me?
What do you mean?
The movie bombs. She don't want her to do promos. She don't want to do.
It ain't like he finna go put everything that he made in the first movie.
They put $170 million in that movie and it made $220. They got their fucking money back. Wild Wild West. That's a bomb. They got their money back. That's a bomb.
Didn't they do a part 2 to that?
No, that's a bomb. Bro, that's not, $170 million budget.
They plus 50.
That's not a plus in Hollywood, bro. Come on, Mike, chill, folk.
Look at
Hey, Mike, chill. Look at Independence Day.
That's different though.
That's a
Look
that's
at
not a bomb.
Hancock. Look at Hancock.
I don't think you call it a bomb, but
It's not
it
a
ain't
bomb.
a great movie.
That's a bomb, bro. Y'all, bro.
That's not a bomb.
Bro, can we talk for real, bro?
That's
Like,
not a
stop
bomb.
doing that, bro. That is a bomb.
not a
Bro,
bomb.
if I'm the MCU universe and we got a $250 million budget movie, we talking Avengers, Endgame, whatever. Don't do that. Just let me get it out before you respond. And that movie makes $325 million. Or whatever the 50 is. And it makes 307. That's not a plus, bro. Because you're looking to do billions for that movie. I'm not saying Wild Wild West because that's not as big as a movie as that.
The Avengers fall in a different category because
No, you moving the goalposts. No.
They have a
We're
series
just talking.
of
We're
movies.
just talking about
And you
gross.
can't
We're not
bomb
talking about the type of
in a
movie.
series of movies,
if
bro.
I invest $170 million, bro, I'm expecting to double, if not triple, quadruple my money. It's Will Smith. It's Kevin Kline. It's Selma Hayek. Who else was in that joint, bro? It had like crazy songs. McDonald's ate it up. There was glasses and toys and all of this shit, bro. Come on, bro.
No,
Y'all-
I'm sure that they didn't. I'm
They
sure
was-
that they're
you're
talking for a
not
bigger flip.
making Wild Wild West thinking that you're gonna do Men in Black numbers. Like no
Well,
one
you
made
put
that movie
170
thinking
million in it. You thought you was gonna do something.
Not Men in Black.
What's the
numbers.
the
Men in
Mexican
Black-
dude
They
who
have
he
a
was from?
series of movies. Wild Wild West was
but
one
Mike,
movie.
You at least hoping to
expect
double up,
it, bro.
Yeah, you at least want to double
You
up.
expect to just get your money back and double it. That's what you expect. So that's a bomb.
I wouldn't call it a
standard.
bomb.
I
That's
wouldn't
a
call it a
bomb,
bomb.
bro.
It ain't
That's
no
a
good
bomb.
A bomb is when you losing money on this.
I agree.
I mean,
Like,
that's
that's a
actually a
bomb.
loss. If the production is
That's
170,
bombing.
if the production
That's
is 170, and I paid all of this special effects, and I had to go rent all this stuff, I'm expecting.
And I got my money back and made 50 million.
I made I made 50 million.
I don't
That's
think
y'all
a
thinking
bomb.
light
think
in.
that's
Y'all not
that-
thinking about Hollywood, but it's okay.
It's
okay.
not a success.
It's okay.
But that
it's
don't mean
okay.
it's a bomb.
That's a bro. Okay, it's fine.
We agree
fine,
to
fine,
disagree.
Fine. We'll agree to disagree.
Whatever, man. Give Monique her money, bro.
Man, hey, if you're not worth it, you're not worth it, bro. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. She got 50 bands for purchase. Again, who
You
was
got
Monique?
$50,000.
Who was
I'm
Monique?
sorry, can I?
Go ahead.
Can I? Thank you. You got $50,000 to do a movie. The movie turned around and made, what you say, 20 million?
63.
$63 million, bro. Once you finally write another movie that you feel like, hey, this could be a huge movie, take a chance on me now. Give me $2 million, bro. Let's shoot this movie to the best of our ability. I'm finna act up. I'm finna put everything in this. I understand you was frustrated with the promo that I didn't do last time. Hey, I got you. You paying me right. I'm finna go out here, do what I gotta do. $50,000. You think I'm finna run around? I'm not even finna do that. Man, take a chance on me. Take care of the people who took care of you.
So you go to them and ask them to write a script for you and invest $10 million in it.
No, to me, he should have went to her and said, hey, look, I know I didn't pay you nothing but pennies for the last joint. We finna go run it back so I can pay you now. Let's go do
he
something
should have
else.
purposely done a movie for her.
Or let me put you in a place, because he know other people who write stuff, do stuff. Let me put you somewhere where you can get paid now.
Now think about the girl that was the main character in the movie. What else you seen her in?
I only know
Not
her
a
from
fucking thing.
That's not fair.
And I'm
No.
not finna give
No,
you.
you're not.
I'm
No, you're not, bro.
She made the movie
That-
just as much as Monique made the movie.
Sure. Okay,
So,
sure.
I'm supposed to write a movie for her too?
You don't got to write a movie for them, but I am going to I'm going to help you try to find other roles too. I can't just forget about you now. I made all my money off you.
But if I'm helping you find other roles and you being difficult with other people, bro, I can't keep putting you in that space.
Man, you can't call somebody difficult just because they're not doing everything you want them to
But
do.
then at the same
if you
time,
want my
though, bro,
money, bro,
it's
now
not my
come on.
job to find you more movies, bro. Just because this
Was
one
it my
worked.
job to promote this movie?
Yeah.
Is that it? So are you trying to tell me that her contract says she got to go
No, it was.
on the
They
road
said
to
it
promo?
wasn't in her contract.
Then what are we talking
So if
about?
it's not
That's
in her
not me being
contract-
difficult. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
They
fine.
and they asked you
if
to
you're not
promote,
doing it,
you
then
said-
I'm not bringing you another movie. Then
Man, hey, this goes back to how I be saying we don't take care of each other. We get up and we'll forget all about you. Anybody that ever took care of me, I take care of them. He foul. That's foul.
So he's supposed to go broke and take a chance of going broke,
Bro,
to
you're
make
not
sure
finna make- you're not
she
finna-
got money.
You're not gonna make me that much money, and I don't make sure that you straight too.
If you,
I made the money off your back, and then I don't make sure you
so
okay.
Everybody in the movie should have got a bump.
No, because everybody didn't
Just
make the
her?
movie. Her and that girl,
Mariah
you make sure
Carey?
they straight.
Mariah Carey in the movie? You
Man.
think people didn't go to see it because Mariah Carey in the movie? Yes.
Man,
When you put
everybody
names
left
in the
that movie talking about Monique and that girl.
because they were the stars, but don't sit there and act like people didn't come to see it because of other stars.
We did not know
names.
Mariah Carey was in that movie.
I did.
I didn't.
I did because I love
I didn't
Mariah
know nothing
Carey.
about that movie until I kept hearing about how well Monique acted in the movie.
But then you go like, hey, Mariah Carey, Glitter. I bet you she got more than $50,000 and she put her own money into the dumb shit. Dumbest fucking movie alive. Yeah, I watched Glitter. Don't ask me why.
Wait,
I never
Mariah
seen
Carey
it.
got a movie?
She had a movie, Glitter.
I know what Glitter is, but I never seen it.
It went
fucking
with
heard
some
of it.
albums or some shit.
Oh,
but I
okay.
bet you she got more than 50K.
Right.
Here, if I'm going to be in a movie and Monique had money at the time, and maybe she didn't have the right amount of money to invest in the movie with them because actors can invest in it too.
Yeah.
Let me invest into it so I can get some royalties off of the movie. You have to be able to be savvy in your negotiation process too. And
That plays
it's
a huge part.
unfortunate that she got 50K. 50K is low ball. Like I would have came back and be like, here, bro, you made me 50 mil. I'm gonna give you $1 million.
But I mean,
Just
go back
off-
to
just
it.
off-
Go back to it. Monique was just coming off a Soul Plane or something like that. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But she was like,
I think it was around that
nobody
era,
really
huh?
took her. This is a very serious role, bro. Like
And we gotta see what you're
I
capable
don't.
of.
I don't imagine that you're going to make this.
And she
movie.
earned it though, bro.
That's and again,
She earned the role, is what I'm saying.
Even with that
She killed
said,
that role.
you played the role, but I don't know that this movie is going to do this. So to your point, Dennis, you have a very broad, generalized spectrum. Yeah, I do to some degree because you helped me get to now my name is ringing with these other names when it comes to directors. But I don't have to reach back, bro, and give you anything. Because I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
If this bombs, then what? If somebody invested $10 million and this movie makes $2 million, then what? Do I still owe it to you then? I get it, but it did. But what if it didn't though?
Why are you talking about what if something didn't happen that
No,
did?
but you.
But what I
you're
can
missing-
say,
because all Lee Daniels movies didn't go to the fucking box office and do well.
But when Lee Daniels had Empire Rocking, he definitely went and grabbed that young girl and put her on Empire. That's all I'm asking you to do. That's it. And he did it. That's it.
I didn't even know Lee Daniels was like the producer of Empire.
Yes, he is. And that's all I'm asking
And
you
he
to
put
do.
who? He put the main chick on Empire?
He put the girl.
The big girl.
That's all I'm asking you. That's what you're supposed to do.
Cooperative and work. That, bro, it takes a certain amount of you have to work with the people that you're working with. Bro, we got a $10 million budget. We don't have a big budget on this movie. So, like, we need you to promote. I don't know what everybody. If she said it wasn't her contract,
And it's
to
you,
promote,
Monique. You
understand,
popping.
Monique.
You-
We
you
want you to
popping. Get people
promote
to
the
come
movie.
watch this movie.
Get people to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta sacrifice something to get something.
Yeah.
I sacrificed my income.
How?
Because I made $50,000 for the movie.
But that's what you was worth before the movie came out.
Monique
Now
was
you're
supposed to
worked
play
up.
Cookie in Empire.
Who was Cookie?
The main Taraji.
But
Get
her
the
and Lee
fuck outta
Daniels had beef.
But we got beef.
Her and Lee Daniels
So
got
then
beef.
there you go.
You can't beef with
There-
you beefing with the
and
wrong
that's a
fucking
role.
people.
Shit, you see, Taraji's. You said $500,000 an episode.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, is she beef with the wrong fucking person?
Did she jag
But,
herself
hey,
out of money?
Had she done that promo, had she played along, she would have got the role.
Damn, I didn't know that.
$100,000.
Hey, good one, Miss Keisha.
So she
You
would have
snap.
made $500,000 a show had she did the promo. Go to the places that it's gonna take some of your money, bro. We invested in you because you wasn't a hot actress.
Yeah, and we
You
made
worried about
your
the
name.
end result versus the beginning result. You was a nobody as an actor. As an actor, Monique was not top notch of the line actor. You wasn't nobody was looking for Monique.
Yeah,
Now you get in a role. It's only $50,000. You make a lot of money. Now I can go make more money. Terrence Howard, Hustle and Flow, $12,000. After that, nigga was asking niggas for
Whatever he wanted
He went
to ask
to
him
MCU and said, "I want the Black Panther mantle." Like niggas wanted everything, and they was like, "Nah, Don Cheadle gonna do this shit for cheaper."
Cheeto going.
So like,
and this ain't nothing he can do.
and that was after taking a role, promo in a movie, all for $12,000. You gotta play the game to get somewhere. Like you
Definitely.
can't just
I agree.
be. I did good. Now I'm at the top, bro.
Well,
The
going
top
back
takes,
to it,
like maintenance.
Taraji said she fired her whole team for not capitalizing on the success of Empire.
What did
Miss
she want
Keisha-
them to do? Do you know?
Well, just get her more roles, get her more prize roles, you know what I'm saying, where she can get the money that she wanted. She's coming, you said she was Cookie. She's cookie. Like my face. Everybody's watching. So I'm making $500 per episode. Everybody's watching this. I need to be somewhere. I need to be at the parties. I need to be at the auditions. She should have got a big movie
while that show was on. She should have got a big ass movie while that show was on.
So to that point, Miss Keisha said Monique got an Oscar for the movie. Her career was supposed to skyrocket, but because they blackballed her, her career went down from there. They was wrong for doing her like that when she wasn't obligated to promote the movie. I mean, again,
just because you're not obligated to do something,
the obligation isn't there. But now, I listen. You put me in the space to get this bigger thing, but you don't want to cooperate. We don't know what this bigger thing is going to be. It's Fox. True. They're putting some money into this budget. True. But we don't know if we're going to be on for 1 season, 2 seasons. I didn't even know that Kevin Hart had a fucking TV show. You know what I'm saying?
The Big House?
No, I don't know what it was called.
I like that show.
Yeah.
Wait, he had a TV show?
The Big House.
And they did all of this work, bro, and they got all of these accolades for this. You know, everybody, all of the critically acclaimed people said it was going to take off.
How many episodes?
And they canceled the shit. It never came out.
6 or 8.
I don't know. I thought it never came out. I just saw it on the Netflix shit. But that's what Lee Daniels is saying. Like, bro, we don't know if this shit is going to go or not. But because I can't work with you doing that other thing, I'm finna go get Taraji because she coming off Baby Boy. I don't know if she was coming off Baby Boy.
But her career was growing at a time too, and
her career was definitely on the up.
She was the younger,
for sure,
good-looking black actresses that they try to put in front of you in them primetime slots still.
And there it goes. Miss Travis says, "How do you expect to get paid if you don't promote yourself, no matter what your name is? Promotion, man, is the most important thing. If you don't get out and tell the world who you are, nobody will ever know. Only so many people are going to see a movie. 63 million people saw Precious, apparently. I don't know. They made $63 million.
Let's say $1 version.
You know what I'm saying? 63 million people saw this movie. That is a drop in the bucket. What is the percentage? What is 63 million versus 328 million people in the country? You know what I'm saying? And I'm imagining that wasn't 63 million people in America. It was 63 million worldwide. So you gotta put yourself in position to win no matter what. Don't be difficult. Don't be difficult. I'm not saying shuck and jive. I'm not saying take it up the butt. I'm not saying let somebody, you know what I'm saying, don't not tell you what your worth is. But, man, if you want to work in this industry or just in life, you have to fit, bro.
It's tough.
Like, you have to fit.
My receptionist, y'all know who my receptionist is. I ain't going to say her name on here. Like, to me, I always tell her to her face, too, because I'm going to say it. I'll be like, man, you the best, worst person I've ever met in my life. Because she'll do anything for you. But when you piss her off, this is the worst person you ever want to meet. So, like, and she's always right. When she starts out, whatever she gets upset about, her premise is always right. But then she'll go too far. But who's right when it comes to you disrespecting me or you being wrong talking to me and how far I go with it? If I'm not paid to promo, you cannot then get mad at me for not doing it.
But he not mad.
He wasn't mad.
No, you are mad if you start taking opportunities from me. You're mad.
I'm not taking anything from you.
He took Empire from me.
Bro, he didn't take anything. That was his. He can give it to whomever he wants.
Man, stop it.
Here's the thing, bro. It's a job at the end of the day. If your boss asks you to do something,
to whoever I want,
and then you go do a little bit of extra and you don't get paid for it, you going to be mad?
If she's my receptionist and I tell her, hey, I ain't finna pay you nothing extra, but I need you to go out there and tell everybody, every single day, I need you to post, yada, yada, yada. She don't do it. And then I say, hey, next year I'm going to go with somebody else. Yeah, I fired you because I'm upset because you didn't do what I asked you to do. That's not your job.
I fired you because you didn't do your job when I asked you to do
No, that's not your job, bro. The job is done. Your job is to answer the phone when I'm working. That's your whole job.
Why would you be in a movie and not That's like us being on the show and never talking about it. Like, why would you do that?
Promote this Rackley
like, why would you not talk about the movie you finna be in? Because I already did my job. Bro, the worst worker you can have is sometimes the worker that only does just enough. Mm-hmm. That's the worst fucking work. I'd rather have the worker that's fucking lazy sometimes than the worker that do just enough because it's frustrating because you know they can do more.
Because even the motherfucker that's lazy, if I get on his ass, he gonna go crazy for me.
But that other motherfucker gonna just my quota is 200. That's it. I ain't doing no more.
I ain't got no more for you.
But that nigga, then they mad at the motherfucker that's getting extra.
Yeah.
Because he was doing 600.
Yeah.
And you mad at him. Now you mad at the people that's doing the extra. Bro, you can't be a good worker is a worker that does extra. average worker is the worker that does the fucking minimum. She did the minimum. I need great people here, not average people
She
here.
did the minimum and hit a home run. So now what?
No. She was part of a home run.
Okay.
So you didn't hit a home run. You was just on base.
And she won
And we
Oscars.
like you, and we thank you for getting on base because it helped us win the game. We appreciate you. But we also, too, need you to actually steal third. You said, no, I'm not stealing third.
This is the worst
because another
part.
nigga coming up to bat, too.
This is the worst part about people. And this is like you could push this to like men and women. You could push this to so much stuff. We will minimize what a person did for us to be successful because we don't want to treat them accordingly or give them what they're worth afterward.
She
hit the home runs, bro. She hit the home runs. Everybody wanted to see that movie because of her.
Well, no, stop. Wait, stop right there. You can't say that everybody went and seen the movie because of her. You can only say that they went and seen the movie based upon the production because the movie made what it made. You make the most money in the first month of the movie, right? So then you hear people saying it's a good movie.
We heard about her.
I can't see you're gonna do that to move the goalpost, and then you're gonna say what you heard to make it make sense.
We know that it's that because she's the one who won. She won.
No, but that's after, bro. That's after the. That's
like a whole
way
other
after.
year.
That's a year.
That's a year after. So what I'm saying is, you make the first bulk of the money for the movie the first month that it's out. So all you're hearing is it's a good movie. That's just like now, if you wouldn't seen The Color Purple. If somebody say, "Oh, well, fucking the movie was great, but Fantasia was horrible," the Fantasia fans aren't gonna go and see it because they're going to see it for her, like you're admonishing the film. We're not saying that. You just heard, man, that's a good ass movie. They was acting their ass off.
And Monique Schnapp, but
That's
that's a
what you
year
heard.
later. We already made money on the movie. We already made money on the
disagree.
movie. So basically it becomes like really like complicated here. So you didn't promote a movie the first year, you get an Oscar. The movie takes off because they do make money after that.
Yeah.
Right? The money after that, that's what we should pay you? Because not the money before, because you only did the $50K worth of work.
Oh yeah, no, you're not gonna make no more money because that's your joint. So fine, you're not gonna make none of this 63. But when I get back into doing projects, just like you came and got the young girl, take care of me too. That's all I'm saying.
But you didn't take care of me when we was putting $10 million.
So let me ask you this, Dennis.
That's the difference.
She wins the Oscar, right? You're critically acclaimed. Everybody knows you now because the Oscars on the night. Will Smith smacked.
Yeah, it's a big show.
The one nigga, Tony Rock or whatever. Chris Rock. He smacked him. So everybody's watching this shit, right? You win the Oscar. You get up there. Now everybody knows your name and face. How come other studios weren't coming for you, looking for you?
That's the blackball part.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whoa. Slow down. Because we don't know that all of that happened as of yet. We don't know that all of that happened as of yet. And the blackball part comes in later because of the new situation where she didn't get X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah.
No, I think Dennis was saying once she got that Oscar, that's when they started blackballing her.
But how can you blackball an Oscar winner, though?
No, she got the Oscar.
Right.
I don't think they was expecting her to win an Oscar. She was nominated, and then she won.
Right.
But then it was,
so like Taraji's
to
people,
work with.
why isn't the door? Why isn't somebody saying, well, hey, let me see what's to it? Because, off face value, bro, you know what I'm saying? I'm not just getting ready to take what somebody said off face value and then I just don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't get anything? You're an Oscar winner. You're an Oscar winner. Who is somebody who got an Oscar?
She got something after Precious, but just not. It wasn't like her career didn't go the way she probably.
And I believe that's what it is. Because when you win an Oscar, then people are looking for range. People want to know that you can do this, and then maybe we tried to put you in something and there wasn't a fit.
I don't know what she did after Precious.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
She could have did
speculation
because she could have had a role after Precious and had nothing to do with Lee Daniels, and she just bombed out. And now they like, hey, bro, we can't use her.
Well, Miss Keisha Webb says she did something right because Lee Daniels came to her comedy special and apologized to her. He knew that they were wrong for blackballing her.
They wrong for blackballing her. He not wrong for putting her in no more roles. I don't have to put you in nothing. We did business together. That's cool. We move along. Like,
so is that
that's part of the blackball?
And I needed, but blackballing is me telling other people not to do something.
Okay, that's what
And
I
he
was getting
did
ready to
that.
ask.
And if he did that, then he dead ass wrong.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
I don't have
wait
to
a
put
minute.
you in nothing
Wait a
else.
minute. Because you'll call that blackballing on one end of the spectrum, but then when you get all of these people down the line who says the same thing that he said,
like,
is he really blackballing her?
That's the game of telephone, though. Because if you have a run-in with somebody and you be like, man,
Oh, he did
I
put
would
her
never
in another
do
movie. He put her in another
the
movie.
reading. Yeah, that just can't. That's the
That's the
BET
reason
joint.
thing. That's because they made up.
That's when. Yeah.
And he doing her a solid by giving her that movie.
And that's all I was saying you're supposed to do.
But now I gotta
And
take
look at
a
what
loss.
look at what he didn't take no loss on the reading though.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was
know
a
what it
BET
did.
movie.
That's a good movie.
But did it make anything? Is the question. I don't know. I don't know.
Like I don't know how like Netflix and straight to TV movies work as far as like.
Well, I mean, I would imagine they had a
Make
budget
it.
as well.
Yeah, they have a budget, but I don't know
Yeah.
like how they do as far as like making money. Like is
Yeah.
the advertisement during the movies or?
Or I just think
What
that
is-
maybe that's the endorsement. You know what I'm saying? Because then the people who, the sponsorship, they go and land like the Sprites and the Pepsis, the McDonald's.
Yeah. and
Hey,
then say,
we
"We
want to
can put
run
these
your
in this-
commercials
during
during this.
special."
Yeah. And so then they say, okay, well, who's in it? Oh, okay, well, we got XYZ in it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! Like Netflix with that movie Bright. I think they played Will Smith too much. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's not coming off as hell. You know, I don't know what Bright did on Netflix and how many people watched it or whatever. But
And I'm like, do they get a different like? Because Will Smith already paid.
yeah, oh no, he's getting paid off.
They
top.
already paid.
He's getting
Like,
paid off top.
That money's already given.
There you go. After Precious, she had the Monique show from Night of the Christmas. Okay,
She had stuff. It didn't do well.
it just didn't do
It
well.
didn't do well because we don't remember none of this shit.
I don't.
None
I didn't even
of
know
this.
she had a
I
fucking
didn't know she had a
show.
TV show.
I know she had the Parkers.
But like,
She had the late night show.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It lasted 2 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. So she
That's decent.
So hey, so
No,
I heard
I
her
ain't never
complaints-
seen it. Is what I'm saying.
her
I didn't know that it
her
was.
complaints about blackballing may not be valid then, because you getting shit, you just not getting what you want.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the blackballing because you want to get what you want. But Steve Harvey in all of
I
this,
mean, but just a TV show is
What
getting
if your
you want.
show is having success and they don't want to pay you, so you're dropping out of it?
But you
No.
get paid by ratings though
you
with
get
TV
paid,
shows.
and also too, you don't drop a show because you want to get syndicated.
Yeah.
You
And
keep going. I don't care what you paying me because now I'm.
Well, I don't know. Can talk
residuals
shows
no matter
get
what.
syndicated? Can talk shows get syndicated? Well, I would imagine because Jerry
It was like-
Springer,
it
they've been
wasn't-
running
they
like
still
Yeah,
running
no,
shit.
that's that. Well,
They still
that's
running
a talk
shit.
show.
And you gonna always make money. You
Who-
want
who-
it. You want it. If your show
y'all
that
be
good,
seeing
you
episodes
let it
of
go.
Jerry Springer?
I mean, you
They
used to. It was like
reruns.
like
No, I
I never
one.
seen that.
what's the
Yeah,
one
no one.
with the nigga who got stabbed on the boat with the date and shit?
Oh,
No, that's the
Cheaters.
Them
the
different
cheaters
kind of
niggas.
shows though. Like a talk show is like,
Well, that's what I was asking. I think
I don't-
Jerry
can
Springer.
it?
I think
I don't
Jerry
think
Springer
so. I ain't
was
never seen
syndicated,
no.
bro.
I ain't never seen
Every
an old
Jerry
episode
Springer-
of Jay Leno.
Oh no! You know what? The Maury Show is syndicated.
Yeah, because
See, that shit gotta be
I didn't watch
syndicated,
the same.
bro.
I done watched the same Baby Daddy on there at least 4 times.
I don't watch the same female run to the back
Yeah.
and lay on that couch, nigga.
Yeah, like I had to watch this episode before.
You are not the father.
Yeah, we didn't watch this. Yeah, we watched this episode already.
I don't know. Can talk shows be syndicated?
Yeah.
But
But they get that money when they
Yeah.
get that. Hey, bro, you getting a box set. You finna make some real money once they get
Yeah.
that. That's what they want. That's why a lot of shows fall off after they hit that number.
do you think she probably wanted another talk show after all of that, and then it just never materialized?
I don't know. I think maybe she is a little difficult to work with, but I think that she wants to get treated fair under her estimation of what fair is.
Well, there you go.
And sometimes,
But that- you can't do that, though, bro.
Yes, you can, bro.
This
It's
is
a
why it's
compromise on
important to
both
be.
sides.
This is why it's important. It's so important to have some kind of power because people don't want to treat you right.
Well,
she
no,
didn't
this
have
is
the
what I'm
power,
saying.
though.
No, she don't.
Shout
Nah,
out
she
to
don't
Tyler
got no
Simone.
power.
She said it was a late night talk show on BET. Man, anybody watching that shit?
Why?
I don't, because it's on BET. I'm looking for uncut. Nigga, I don't want to hear
What's
Monique.
Monique at 9:30.
Hey, I'm trying to kick it tonight.
Oh my God.
I want to watch uncut, nigga. I want to see Nelly slide a credit
can't
card
run
down
down
the crack of some
somebody's
ass.
ass.
I don't want to see Monique, bro.
But you know what? Steve Harvey the worst though on there. Like bro said, he literally said like bro, like my integrity don't matter to me. Like he literally
that's to
said
him,
we
though.
took, I think we took it too literal.
Yeah.
I think
But
maybe
even still.
maybe he just speaking in her situation only, but like that in a live show, in a big show like that, you literally said, like, bro, my family, like, if I have to choose my family eating in integrity, my family's gonna eat. And that means that his integrity can be bought at
that's
any
like
time.
To me, that's like I was saying with my receptionist. Like if you go too far, you'll mess your money up going too far.
Yeah. And that's
like
what
you can speak on
her.
You can speak on the injustice, but I can't go too far because I still need y'all to pay me.
But at the same time, when does your integrity kick in and say, "Hey, bro, like this ain't right"? Until they go too far.
I think you just gotta have somebody that is fair in front of you. Like my receptionist can tell me, like, "Hey, I don't like this between the way we work."
Yeah.
And I'm finna still do right by you. She could spaz all the way out, and I'ma still work with you because we done made money together. What I look like, but not letting you have a voice. But you can't go too far. You can't slap me or nothing. You can't knock everything over in the studio and walk out. You can't cost us money.
But what does his integrity cost?
I think that's what he's saying. So like he'll stand up for certain stuff, but I can't speak on everything. I don't know what you did at that studio where I wasn't at.
But instead,
so I'm not going to speak on your situation.
But instead of saying like I can't support you in this situation because I don't know, he's telling you like, bro, I'm not going to risk my integrity.
I'm not going to risk my family.
Like I'm not risking my integrity for you. You don't matter enough for me to risk my integrity.
Because I don't know though.
But I'll risk my integrity for me.
But I'll risk it.
But I'm not going to risk it for you.
That's him.
And y'all think that's out of bounds?
I don't think it's out of bounds.
I don't either.
I think it's okay, but it also can be looked at as the fire of when people saying he's selling out.
But see, how do you call him a sellout? And I'm not saying you are, but how do people call him a sellout in one breath? And going back to what you said is, in the beginning, industry has to be built.
But this is why he a sellout. Because you can't,
he is sellout now, but he wasn't a sellout earlier in your conversation.
You can't. It's why people would think you can't preach the whole like we black, we that, and then turn around and say, "Hey, we black, but my family a little bit more important than me."
That's a fact.
And you can't holler. It makes you a hypocrite. That's when you start. You can't holler, "Oh, we black, bro."
But he's responsible for his family,
and we can't do that. We can't do that. But guess what? Hey, I'll leave your black ass right there. If the integrity came to it, that black don't matter no more.
Exactly.
But that's not what he's saying though.
I think Mike.
That's what he.
If we move together, let's be moving together.
If we go like bro, you either with me or you not.
But
you can't have 1 foot in the pool and 1 foot out and think you all right.
It's not the black thing. He was saying it's the money thing. I have to secure my family.
He spoke on the black part.
Well, yeah, he said, man,
that's why I'm saying.
Well, no, but he's saying we don't own anything out here. So we can't act like we are the end all be all. If we stop telling jokes today, they're going to put somebody else in our space. So I'm more concerned about my lineage. You know what I'm saying? Whereas, they've said, and he didn't say this, but they've said you were difficult. You know what I'm saying? And you've been difficult.
And that might be
you
where
can't
he
even
from.
hear me right now, and I'm trying to talk to you.
But when you get in front of us with those choice of words, you're kind of using the wrong words. Don't come in here with Mr. Black Panther, we black and we don't own stuff, but then turn around and tell us, hey, bro, I can't back you on that because like it's gonna mess up my money.
And then that goes back to what I said initially, bro.
Especially because
don't come to me with the problem. Don't come to me with the problem. What's the solution? Before you jumped off the bridge,
telling them like, why ain't y'all coming to be behind me?
That
me?
was you want the support.
Solution.
You want the support after you jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
No, let's talk before you get to the ledge.
Most people want the support.
Let's talk before you get to the ledge.
Most people want support after they jump.
I get what you're saying, but if we know that this is the injustice, we can all stand together. Like the whole TikTok thing, everybody don't go to the store and buy anything. Everybody don't go get gas tomorrow. Everybody don't go to Walmart tomorrow.
And Steve Harvey gonna go to Walmart.
But this the point that I'm
slow down. Case, he's going to Walmart.
That's not the case. I'm saying come to me before you tell everybody.
Right.
Because if we all band together and we hit their pockets as a whole.
Did you hear her?
I'm sorry, bro. You just walking past. You just trying to respond.
No, you didn't hear her talking to him.
What did she say?
She's like, you know what's going on. So she's talked to him.
She's saying that all of y'all told me that I wasn't wrong.
So they've talked.
No, they're saying she wasn't wrong after she said y'all doing me this way. Listen, Mike, listen. Bro, understand and not to respond. You missing it.
Bro, I'm not saying anything to respond.
But
I'm
you're saying
using
they didn't
logic.
talk.
They
didn't
talk.
They didn't have a conversation where she said, "Hey, so listen, man, I just tried to get this. Netflix offered me this amount of money. You about to cut me off again?
Bro, I ain't trying to cut you off because you using a story that don't go. She said, "Hey, you said." She
run
said,
it back.
like,
run it back.
It's not about the run it back, bro.
She's
saying everybody after the fact. They was like, "Hey, no, you ain't wrong for what you said. That's valid
in private."
But that's after she did it. If she says Netflix offered me this, I'm going to not take it. I need y'all to get behind me because I'm finna go at them. Okay, well, what's the plan? Now we have a formulated plan. You can't say, well, hell, F y'all didn't offer me what I was ordering. It's because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? And you paying these white people this. And tell them, Steve, like, oh, shit. Wait a minute. I didn't expect you to just throw me into the fire like that, bro.
But he's saying that what she did was right.
It was right. Stand up for what you believe in.
It was right. Why now on the show you telling me you won't say it's right?
Because two things can be true
at the same time.
He won't say it's right, bro. That's
he
did.
Out. That's why that nigga ain't got no TV show no more. He said
in that conversation though, he didn't give her like, "Hey, you right." He's telling you, he's just saying you can't say certain shit.
Right.
It's like that wink of the eye.
Because we black. We ain't, it's the money game. We don't run the money game.
Was that, hey, bro, we ain't finna talk that black shit.
We don't know.
I'm gonna lose some money.
We ain't finna talk that money shit because they gonna come take their money.
But she thinks it's racist. So she thinks it's a racial gender thing. She's telling you it's because of my race and my gender. You know this. I've talked to you. And you get on the show and say, well, I still can't support that in public, but in private I can. Don't support me in private when I need you in public.
She just said in private, all of y'all, they told her stand up for what you believe in.
Then she do it, and then y'all like, hey, we don't believe in it.
Hold on.
He didn't say he didn't believe it.
He didn't say I take my hands off it. He like, bro, you know what the show is longer than the clip.
Yeah, no.
You know what we've been through. It was them long nights, man, and we ain't have shit. He on there cussing at this point. We ain't have shit, and we did all of this fucking hard work. He ain't say fucking. That's a deep one on talk shows.
He probably wanted to say it.
Yeah, but he was like, man, we paved the way for these people.
So he said,
we've made them a lot of money.
Don't throw it away.
Don't throw it away
over the fact that you feel like you're getting racially discriminated.
No, he didn't say don't throw it away over that fact. He said come up with the plan first. And then now you have another way to make the money to go and get what you need.
Help with the plan. Y'all don't want to help her. Y'all want to support her.
No, that's what I'm saying. You got to come in the beginning. Don't say once you done started the fire already. Bro, hey, you got your fire suit on, right? No, nigga, you done started the fire already. Nigga, I'm finna get burned.
Bro, she literally telling them folks, y'all already know what the issue was. She been talking about it for years. You know. And then you don't even speak up on the issue.
She jumped out
I'm not asking you necessarily to support me. Support black women. You don't have to be about me. Make it about black women. When has he spoken up saying, yeah, you know what? The industry do them wrong.
So when he does say that, then what?
Then he should be part of the solution. Like, it's not just, then what? Like, bro, like he's going to say the industry does them wrong.
But he don't own the industry.
Just because you don't own the industry don't mean you can't speak about it doing you wrong. We don't own the government.
You're not going to make the move at all.
So don't say nothing at all. So shut up and dribble.
I'm not telling him to shut up and dribble. He decided to shut up and dribble.
That's what we telling him to do.
But he decided to shut up and dribble.
Integrity.
I'm not telling him to do anything. What did Steve decide to do?
To shut up and
tell jokes.
Yeah.
And I'm saying I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for that, bro.
Is he wrong?
I don't blame him for that.
But he not wrong.
Man, you can
be a sellout and not wrong.
Hey, listen. Well, here, let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna look y'all in the camera.
I'm gonna take my family over.
You broke motherfuckers and called me a sellout all y'all like. That is not. I got out here and bust my ass as Steve Harvey to get to where I am. And like I said, the show goes on. The snip is a little bit long. I mean, quite shorter than the TV show is. But he said it, bro, driving a piece of shit car, going through a divorce. Nobody helped me. I didn't have a place to stay. I didn't have no food to eat. The whole Tyler Perry story. And I know, that's everybody's plight, right? Of course. But when I was going through this, who was fucking helping me? So now that I've gotten to this point, don't expect me to be hungry. That's all he's saying. I'm not going to be hungry for your plight. Let's find out another way to get some money. We can find out another way. We can put our heads together. If we got to do another Kings of Comedy, Queens of Comedy, let's put it together. But we have to go and get our people, because as long as we're counting on their money, I will always be a sellout in the eyes of people who don't matter. Period. I will always be a sellout to them because they don't have shit to lose here. They can't wait for me to fall. They can't wait for my wife to cheat on me. They can't wait for my fucking daughter to be fucking all of these niggas. They can't wait for me to somebody eat my cookies and I'm on TV I'm being recorded being who I really am. They can't wait for me to fall to that level. Because of how they see me at this level. They don't want you to win. I'm sorry. Hold on, Mike. I've been shooting this shit for fucking 3 years. Nigga, we just got the fucking 20 shares. You know how many motherfuckers inbox me and text me every week telling me about shit we should talk about? But you motherfuckers can't share this shit? Come on, bro. But you expect me to throw it all away. Revolt come. Barstool come. Now I'm popping. And you want me to put you on my fucking couch? Suck my dick, nigga. This is what I'm talking. That's what he's saying, bro. I put the work in to get here. And now that I put the work in to get here, you want me to lose it and you didn't even support me in the beginning? Come on, man, bro.
You can't get all the money in the world and then speak that black power shit and then do that.
Bro, but he's don't not go together. Speaking black power.
Did you hear him say, bro, like, we can't do this as black people and black people bro, it's hypocritical.
Are you listening? Did you listen to what he said?
Yeah, I think you need to hear it again.
He said we don't own this shit. That's all
we know we don't own it.
But he's not speaking black.
She telling you I'm getting racially treated differently and my gender getting treated differently. And his response is we don't own nothing. So just deal with it.
Can you run it one more time? I ain't got to go to work tomorrow. Just run it one more time for me.
Here it go.
Cause I just want to make sure everybody knows.
No, I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus. All of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here. We can't come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. This is the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game. But we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game. But let me tell you what the game is before the money game. Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
wait a minute.
If I crumble, my children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement.
I'm not going to make a statement to support you if it's going to hurt me and my family, even though I agree with you. Yeah. So why do you even have me on your show? You're embarrassing me. You embarrassing the shit out of her.
Listen,
I ain't bringing her on that show.
How am I embarrassing you? You're being heard by millions.
I'm giving you a platform.
That's giving you the platform that you desire.
I got platform and then turn around and tell you that I ain't gonna support you though.
But why do I have to die? I'll give you the platform, but why do I have to
disagree?
So are you gonna stick together or what? You can't speak about sticking together.
I'm sticking together when I give you the platform.
But then say on TV, like you're basically saying I don't really support you. But I'll give you the platform. It's hypocritical. Like I'm putting you on the platform by saying, hey, bro, I'm supporting you by putting you on the platform. But when we go on here, I'm going to tell these folks this because I don't want to lose no money. That's lame.
To me,
that's lame. Don't bring me on your fucking show. And she shouldn't have went with her goofy ass.
To me,
and he a goofy too.
It went that way because she tried to point him out specifically that he didn't stand by her.
And he got offended.
But he shouldn't have. She shouldn't have. She should have just said, look, this is what I'm going through in this industry, and I don't think it's fair. Don't talk about who else in the industry didn't support you. Just say, I'm not getting the backing by the people that I thought I would. I'm going through this. I feel like I should be compensated like this. I appreciate you for your platform. That's it. You can't go at everybody who's doing well and feel like they're supposed to do something for you.
But now you make it throwing in he doing well. She not doing it because he doing well. She going at him because he's one of the people that's behind the scenes saying, hey, you right, bro, but I ain't going to say nothing in public.
He matters because he's doing well.
Because he has a platform.
Exactly. And he gave her the platform. That's all I got for you right now.
His platform, but in the same platform, turned around and said in public, when she said in real time, right here, right now, in real time, he's like, I don't support you. That's what he said. I'm not finna.
He did not say that.
He said, I'm not finna risk my integrity.
No, he
let my
did say
family
that.
crumble because of basically your situation.
Because you're looking at me like, why don't you say I'm right? I'm not doing that on here. But you can have.
So I'm gonna support you in private and say you right, but on public I'm not.
I supported you in person too because I gave you my platform.
But in public I'm not. Just because you give me my platform, you put me on a platform and make me look stupid. Does it even matter?
You only look dumb because you went at me on my platform.
And then he turned around and said, I'm not going to support you publicly. She's asking you for your public support. So if I go to ask you for your public support and then you say, well, my integrity is bigger than that support. That's what he's telling her.
No, he's not saying my integrity is bigger than your support. My family.
My integrity.
My family.
You shouldn't have went at me on here.
She shouldn't have went at him.
Talk about your plight.
I
That's
agree.
it.
She shouldn't have went at him. But if you support her, you can't support me behind doors and then get in public and try to like separate yourself from me.
I absolutely can.
That's hypocritical. She wants public
because it's not my fight.
But
this isn't what I'm going through.
He could be like, it's not my fight. It's like, I understand what you're going through, but it's not my fight. She said, like, it's not my fight. I understand what you're going through. To me, this isn't my fight, so I can't really put this forward right now. Don't sit here and tell me that you like he's acknowledging, yeah, you right in a way, but I can't say that to everybody.
What a person does, this is why you got to have self-confidence too. You got to believe in what you do. Because what you do will never be enough. I can promise you this. I gave you my platform to talk about your plight. A lot of people watch my show, and because I won't get on here and just say, this is wrong, and I'm standing with her, I didn't do enough for you. Hey, bro, I'll never be able to do enough for you. You can have my show if you want it. I'll let you come on here when nobody else wanted to see you on camera, period. That's all I got for you, bro. You can come sit up here, tell everybody what's going on, talk about your accolades so that we can remember, hey, she liked that for real. That's all I got. Don't diss me on my stuff and put our conversations that we done had behind closed doors. I can't stand up for you because I'm going to choose the money route because I take care of a lot of people. If that's foul to you, I mean, it's all about perspective because my brother ain't wrong. My other brother ain't wrong. It's just about the way you see things. To me, I can feel Steve. That's why I said when I first seen it, I was like, oh, I can see both of them.
Where he coming from. It don't make you not a sellout. It don't make you not a sellout and don't make you wrong. Like, bro, I'm not finna lose everything in my family just because you got one problem. That ain't really that big a problem.
No, you got a huge problem.
Think about it.
You got a huge problem. You underpaid.
He might not feel like that's a bigger problem as she's making it out to be, but she might be right. You know, like some stuff just making a mountain out of molehill, which most people think Monique is. She's making a mountain out of molehill, but she's been making that mountain and molehill for years. So she obviously feel a certain way. But when I come to you and I ask you for your support publicly and you pretty much denounce that support publicly, that's a knock at her. She's asking you for support publicly, not privately, because your public support matters to her.
Facebook comment from Keisha Webb. She said, in her opinion, he brought her on the show to humble her. She believes that. I don't think that's what he brought her there for. But I don't know Steve. I don't know what his end goal was. But I think that he just wanted to give her a platform.
I think he wanted to like talk some sense into her, like because she was tweaking on some of the stuff that she was going about, and just like being like she was going to comedy shows and just talking shit on the show about that. It was ruining her material. Like she was doing too much. And I think Steve wanted to bring her. I don't think he was trying to humble her. He was trying to get her to see like,
he was trying to wake her up.
Like you got to play these white man games. You going to have to, whether you like it or not. That's what he's trying to tell her. But he can't say that openly. So he said a roundabout way. But when I need you to publicly support me, she don't care about that white man game, that money game. She talking about support me.
So then if she don't care, why is she crying about it?
She's talking about her getting mistreated.
No, she's saying that don't trump that. But that's what Mike feels like. That's how
she's like, bro, this disrespectful. That's like a player. You'd be like, oh, it's not about the money. But then they'd be like, bro, that money is a respect factor. Like getting paid money in sports is a respect thing. How much you get paid, it ain't about the money all the way. It's about how you respect me, how you show respect. We think it's about the money. She's talking about they disrespecting her by offering her $500,000 to do a Netflix special.
Yeah.
That's it's the respect part to her. That's disrespect to her. It's not the money. The money does matter, don't get me wrong, but the money shows respect for people in these type of areas.
I see both sides of it.
I see both. I agree with Steve. It's certain shit that, bro, like, I'm not finna throw my family's legacy and my family away for this. But then there's certain shit that, like, hey, I'm gonna tell you that though. I'm like, hey, bro, this ain't worth the fight. And he should have told her this might not be worth the fight that you trying to fight. Because everybody's personal fight always seems bigger than somebody else's personal fight. So if she feel like this fight is bigger than me. No, it's not. It's just your fight. And Steve, like, bro, we can't do that right now.
Facebook comment from Keisha Webb, and this is what I agree to, because it goes into the Taraji right now. And now look at all the black actors fighting for equal pay. Had they rallied around her at the time, maybe a change could have been made. Because the writer's been on strike for a long time now.
They came back.
Hasn't that been an issue in Hollywood for quite some time, that people aren't getting paid for the shows? Not just black, white, men, women. Isn't that the problem in Hollywood?
Hollywood has a big problem with paying people.
They're not getting paid?
They have a real fucking problem with paying people. Like,
I mean, so then that's the issue then.
They just don't like to pay motherfuckers. Scarlett Johansson was crying about getting paid. And I think she got like $15 million for Black Widow. So, like, she was the headliner of the movie, though.
Yeah, it was another one of those Marvel joints.
Yeah, and I know what Black Widow is, but she wanted more than the 15
because of the wanted more.
Robert Downey Jr. was getting something like 4.
Bro, they was paying the male actors in Marvel get paid. Like, them niggas is getting paid.
But Iron Man is pulling though. Iron Man pulling.
I mean, damn, bro.
Thor pulling.
Like, but women superhero movies don't do well.
They don't do well.
Nobody wants to watch that
shit. They be so bad, too. They be respectful.
They can't get the right producers to do it.
You gotta add the men into it to...
That Captain Marvel so bad.
They can't. No, that last one was decent, I thought.
Man, that movie's so spicy.
I didn't finish watching it. But it's only because...
expected everyone else to just ship. I don't know what that title Strikes are a symbol.
She's saying strikes are a symbol. Yeah. Like, you do that as a group. She just flew by herself and expected everyone else to jump ship.
She thought that the people that she thought were her friends and going to support her just because she's black and her friend.
That's what I said, though, bro.
But they not going to, they don't.
But you need infrastructure. Whenever you're doing anything like this, you know what I'm saying? You really need to sit down and put it together. You can't just say, hey, this is what I did. Now get in the ship with me. Now, yeah, no, nigga, that ain't how this work.
But say that. That's where I'm at. Where just say that.
But that's what he's saying. Like, it's a money game. It's not a because you're this, because you're that. He's saying what we broke down earlier about how you broke down the movies and how the movies make money. Like, I have to know beforehand that I'm going to make this money before I pay you. You're Will Smith. You're Mr. Blockbuster. I know for a fact people are going to come to see you. Mm-hmm. You're Monique. I don't know. I'm looking at the analytics from your last 10 shows, last 5.
Horrible.
How spaced together were they or separated were they? And what was the attendance? What was the ticket price? What was the price of the admission? How much alcohol did people buy? What were they paying for parking? Did they think you were this? If I'm going to attach my name to you, I need to know that the outcome of what I invested will net me what I expect. And the fact that it doesn't, that is what you're worth. Now, when you didn't say, hey, well, shit, I know that I'm blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, cool. Go get that over there. Or whatever you can get. Go and get it over there. But it's not going to happen over here, which is fine. I don't know.
But then they get caught in that. That's a bad situation because you got to take it. That's like Taraji. You got to take it.
You got to take to stay relevant.
You got to eat.
That's what y'all said.
That's your profession.
Relevant. You got to get. And I'm pretty sure she went back to the table and said, hey, I feel like I'm at least worth $800,000, $1 million.
If I'm not mistaken, she sued Netflix and won.
Who?
Monique? Yeah.
She probably got a racial discrimination because it could have been taken as racial discrimination. A white woman getting paid $11 million and you only got $500,000, and it ain't like she wasn't a big comedian at some point. Like she was. I don't know if she was. She was probably one of the top
female comedians. I say she was top 5.
5 female comedians at one point.
At her height.
at her height during that time.
Because them queens,
she might have been the top one.
Them queens of comedy was selling them joints out. They was going to them.
Oh yeah, no, they was fucking.
They was going to them.
But didn't they say she was difficult on the tour with the Queens of Comedy? She's just a difficult person. So she should have did them promos and she would have been on. Like, I just don't understand. Like, your boss asked you to go in the cafeteria and put up a poster, and you like, well, that's not my job.
I mean, the official word is they settled. So I mean, it doesn't exactly mean she won.
True too.
Yeah, they just said, "Man, this shit ain't worth it to me. Get out the way." We got.
They probably gave her that she didn't want the whole
time. I think, like you said, you can settle. You can settle and actually, go up in salary like you was hoping, and we only settle because the slander isn't even worth. Because you've been doing this for so long.
Yeah.
Like, we tired of the slander behind it.
It was.
Just get this